this is all
Bert about
frozen.
it. I was like, yeah, my saboteur is going to be Alpha Legion. And he's like, cool, that sounds great.
I mean, you could have him still be Alpha Legion, and then the problem is he just can't tell anybody else.
Right, yeah, no, so Connor, I was
You know they're traitors? Yes. Potentially, yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a long shot, but overall, like, just the whole premise is just one of the There you go. It works. There you go. Also, too, but they are at home.
Oh, we're alive, you dick! Oh,
Are we
the
back?
words I want to say.
Okay, fine. Come
It was.
Yes.
The drunk goop?
Yeah, the pony goop.
Pony goop.
Pony goop? Yeah. I have used it here and there. It look at it. Show him the cover. Show him the top.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Why?
We're back.
I see that, but yeah.
Like the dinosaur movie?
It would have been
Oh,
really
dude,
funny if you came in here and slapped Trent.
Wow! We're back!
Why do I feel like it's like there's gonna be like a tier butt slapping package? Just like subscribe at this tier. And
Oh
you
my
get-
god, yeah. If anyone
Butt
subscribes right now,
slapping.
I'll slap Trent's ass so hard. Let me.
Yeah,
But you have to take your pants down for a second.
Yup.
Oh.
Yup, like a real naughty boy.
Yeah.
If you slap it harder, poop might come out.
What?
That's extra. That's extra.
Just a shit ton of subscribes.
Or I think just a shit ton comes out.
These under these conditions. Good God.
This is Forge After Hours, James. Alright?
I was about to, you know what? The things that I didn't think were gonna be a thing when I was a kid. Number one, that I was gonna be the well-adjusted one.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't see this coming.
Never thought
At
I was going to be
all.
in the room where I could say I was the most mature.
The most emotionally, spiritually, ecumenically.
Now he's just throwing out the big words.
Yeah, none of that shit means anything.
Sorry that I'm well.
None of that means anything. You think you're hot shit.
Should I bring in
you
some
know
of those
words.
stools that we have on the...
There was a stool over yonder here somewhere. They're talking about
Help yourself to two. Grab me one too while you're at it.
the boba teas. That's, you know what? I can't really fault him. It's a good thing that I'm paying somewhat attention because contrast certainly escapes the two. I'll have a random brush that you just dunk in water and just scribble stuff out. They painting.
Up and running now, I think. I don't know. We've lost all of the people that were watching. We're now at 2 watchers.
Thank you for the 2 watchers who actually decided to come back.
The watches.
Pretty sure it's
one
just
of
me
the
and you.
watchers?
Yeah.
It is probably just us. That's
down to 1.
really unfortunate. You happy? We lost Blunderbutt.
Oh, Blunderbutt's here!
Blunderbutt back. Oh, we need cups for.
What if things just get really weird with Blunderbutt?
I hope so.
What if in the chat all of a sudden it's just like, do it slowly. Take off your pants.
Do it. James, you're not very comfortable with your sexuality, are you?
No, I'm pretty comfortable with that. What I'm not comfortable with
Prove it.
is
Blunderbutt forcing you to.
yeah, that's the part that I.
Look.
Also, I'm friends with Jake. Okay.
Jake.
What Jake do you think I'm talking about?
Majors?
Jake Majors. What? No.
Lee Majors.
Here you go, Bert.
Linfers.
I mean, that's good. Just walk.
Don't!
Well, that's good. Just shut your mouth.
He does need a paper towel, yes.
So pretty much everybody that was watching us left. We're not interesting. We suck.
I mean, I blame the conflict.
That's fair. Hope you're happy with yourselves, boys.
I realize what you've done.
Well, we're up to 5 now.
Yeah, but 3 of us are watching.
Yeah, that's true.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And Blunderbutt.
And
Thank you, Blunderbutt.
for supporting this absolute.
I don't even know if anyone can hear us, to be honest.
Well, if Blunderbutt.
Do we have audio, Blunderbutt? Can you give us a check mark in the chat, please? Please, Blunderbutt.
Please. For the love of Christ.
Let me know that someone else can hear.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
I mean,
I came back. Who won Kill Team? I did.
okay, yeah. I can
I won. It was
Bert
unanimous war.
Bert rock trend. It was a
Are you
literal
joining Twitch too?
spanking.
Yep. Nice. Let's get these numbers up, boys.
Yeah,
If
pump
you got,
them.
if you got a cell phone, if you got an extra laptop, let's get these numbers up. We need to get some numbers going here.
Pump those numbers.
It's a numbers game. Let's see if I can get one on my
The
phone.
numbers game. But for real.
If you do not have it up and running, please run the stream.
All right, stop it.
For the love of God, child.
I'll send you home right now.
Promise.
Not you. You're stuck.
Oh, that's true. This is actually your punishment. I love this. we're gonna have another 24-hour painting stream.
I would do it.
Hey, if you could do me a favor and shake the table just a little fucking more, that'd be, I'm not trying to keep my hands steady or anything like that.
So, let's talk brass tacks here, boys.
Brass tacks. Do it.
Let's talk Tass Brax, boys.
Hey,
Okay, there's the knife.
All right.
Okay.
game changer.
I don't have.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
And you let this man have a knife.
He died.
I think the U.S. government let him have a knife.
Yeah, the U.S.
The
government.
U.S. government let him have a knife.
Okay, so we are going to be doing a miniature painting game show. Okay.
Ooh.
And what we're going to be doing is it's going to be like a. Well, I already used the gauntlet, so I can't use that. Can you go get a different chair?
They're all like.
No, they're not. Mine's not like that. Mine's not doing that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Look. I got nothing here.
They're not all like that.
Guys, this is the OnlyFans stream.
That's what the doctor said when Trent's dad tried to return him. Like, look, they're all like that.
I remember that part where I was gonna be like, you know what? I'm probably only gonna be here until midnight, but I think I can spend it a little.
Oh, it's
longer.
11:30.
At this, yeah, exactly. At this point.
Hey, Blunderbutt's hosting us.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Much
Blunderbutt.
appreciated, sir.
I don't know who you are or where you are,
His name's Bill.
but I'm here.
Is it Liam?
Blunderbutt Bill.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What if it's
Liam
just
says-
Wild Bill from Sounds of the Lambs? Buffalo Bill.
We have audio.
Well, if the lights go out and you see two green
yes.
eyes,
Bert
then
knows who I am.
run.
We grew up together.
I'm in for it. I
What?
don't care.
Bert
Oh
knows-
my God, is this Billy?
I'll pause for delay.
I know. There we go. Now I just asked. So
There you go.
Billy. The killer from Scream.
Mr. William. Yes, it is.
Nice.
William. How are you, buddy? Yeah,
That's good. That's good. We got some. It's an extra friendly face. Much appreciated.
that's nice. So yeah, you are not our only champions purchaser. I thought you were somebody else. We have a couple guys that purchased. Was Liam really outside waiting for us? Oh, he's like, there's so many in the window, and I'm like, is it Liam? And he's like, no. Like, what the hell does that mean?
All right, brass tacks. Focus.
What?
You said painting game show.
Yes.
Yes. Continue. Extrapolate.
All right.
Let's try and create some focus here.
So what I want to do
Almost
is we have three people playing at one time. Each one has the same miniature, right?
Okay.
We're doing this right now.
Nope.
Oh.
We're
I
the
am
planning
not
committee.
handing my dwarf.
I was like, wait a
Planning
minute.
committee. So each person has the same miniature,
Gotcha.
and then there's stations. So it'll be like 5 stations, right?
Okay.
First one to get to the last station with a fully painted model. Oh no, that doesn't work. Would win, but that doesn't work because we vote on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it'll be. Maybe it'll be like, well, this is the planning committee, all right? So we're planning together.
Okay, yeah.
So
As titled.
as titled,
Perfect.
as do be titled.
As do be titled. Yes.
So let's say instead of
Okay. I remember
I think
this
we're
con-
frozen
I
again.
do remember
Are we
this
frozen?
conversation.
no, you guys
No.
are not.
What's going on here?
You're not frozen.
Why
No,
am I frozen?
We're moving. I don't know why you're frozen.
On mine, it's not. Look at Trent's. Trent's breaking in here like King Kong.
Jesus.
I'm here.
Yeah. So okay. So each person. So
My screen froze like as you were walking into the room, and you were like,
wait. So this is Is this done in teams?
No, so
Or
it'd be
no,
like
it's a single person.
so.
But
There's
you gotta
two.
get to each stage.
There's two that I want to do.
Okay.
One of them would be the gauntlet style, where there's 3 or 4 that go, and then first one to finish wins. But then you judge everyone. Maybe it's like the first one to finish stops the clock,
Oh,
and then you
okay.
judge each other's miniatures. But then that makes somebody rush and just finish as fast as possible.
But,
Yeah, we don't want
but
that.
it's on a vote though.
You know
So,
what?
I mean, realistically, someone could rush it. But
No,
their quality would
I
be
think
low.
you have 30 minutes or 2 hours, right? 2 hours to paint this miniature. You have 5 stations. You have to get through all 5 stations. You get a point per station.
That's 1 more hour than I need.
You have first one is priming,
Yep.
second one's basing,
Gotcha.
next one's like wash, highlight, and dry brush, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
Basing,
yeah.
you base.
Yeah.
And then if you get through all 5 stations, you get a point per station. And then whoever ends at the last one shuts the whole thing down.
Okay.
So you want all 5? So you want to go fast, but you want to do a good job?
Of course. Yeah, because there's a vote.
Yep. So
Okay.
that's one of them. The next one,
yup.
I got it here in my mouth.
Were you having some fava with a side of candy, or with?
The next one would be Cutthroat Kitchen, but paint.
Okay.
So chat has complete control over the sabotages. So let's say there's 4 or 5 people painting.
Okay.
You kill him.
We have 3. Yeah, we have 3 options. Chat votes on which of the ones that they want, and then those get the whichever one got voted most happens. So you have somebody running the show, and they're like, okay, well, you got to paint with. Let's say we cut brushes to like right there, right? So you only have this little thing, and you got to use that now to like brush for however long. But they give it to whoever they want. I was like, James, I'm gonna give you the brush.
I got money that says Alex. And
Now-
immediately he just bullies me.
I think that should be a topic or like a part of it,
Yeah,
but I
okay.
think the main part is the contestants sabotage each other, much like Cutthroat Kitchen.
Yeah, of course.
So now let's say I'm running it and it's you 3 here, okay? And I'm like, okay, while you're painting now, I'd be like, okay, so I have you. Let's say you have $10,000. That's what they do on the show. So you have,
I'm doing so much better than I thought I'd ever be doing.
so you have $10,000. Now I'm like, okay, whoever wants this, and let's say it's a real sponge, and now the person who has this sponge can give it to whoever they want, and they have to paint for the rest of the time with this sponge,
Okay.
right? I think I'm doing this right. So instead, we do it. So in the show,
I am blown away by myself. I am amazing.
I am fucking amazing.
Lightning has struck my brain.
That was hurt.
No, so we'll do the stages as in the miniature.
Okay.
So in the show, you do breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. I think there's 4.
I think we should also get food.
I'm a big fan of breakfast.
In this, we do,
Scrambled.
or maybe not. Maybe it's appetizer, entree, dessert. I think that's what it is.
I would imagine, yeah.
In this, we do, it's primed already, so you do base, wash, with a highlight step in there, or something like that. So maybe there's 4 steps.
Okay.
So base, wash, maybe wash isn't a step. Base, highlight, and then basing. So your base of your model.
Okay.
So you have your paint, your
Yeah.
highlighting, washing stage, and then you have your basing stage.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe we keep to 3 or 4, however it is,
Yeah,
and then you can sabotage each other by
Everybody's
using your
get-
fake currency.
And everybody's given the same model.
Yes, everyone has the same model and has to have outcomes are going to be different depending on the sabotages, depending on all the different stuff. Right?
Okay. I can see this. Okay.
Okay. So now let's say let's try it out. Okay. Did you hear that?
Yes. That should have been Liam. I really don't.
I love how Trent grabs his knife every time, as if like he's going to stab through the glass.
I mean, I got money that says Trent good.
Do person, vehicle, terrain. Okay, so it's different models, and at the very end,
Who said that?
Mankus.
Mankus.
Ah,
Okay.
good job. Good call.
I do like that. We were gonna, yeah.
Bert said that before, though.
I did say that before you, though, Mankus. Sorry, man.
No, I think that. Yeah, I think that could be a thing. That could work.
Now, hold on. Are you making fun of me for grabbing the knife?
Yeah.
Why?
He wants to be armed.
What are you gonna? You're gonna
rather
run?
have it
You're gonna
than
run
not.
up there and go puncture right through the storefront?
Open the door and kill him.
Some guy's like, "Hey, do you know where the gas station is?" And he's like, "Ah!"
Listen, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have
Is that the mantra?
That is. That's a pretty good mantra.
That's a good mantra.
it. Am I able to borrow a brush?
Not my brushes, no. These are expensive brushes.
What were the brushes?
Bert,
that
I need
used
another
last time?
knife.
There.
He got my knife.
Those are Heidi's brushes.
Are they?
You can use the 4-year-old brushes.
Can you imagine? Trent walks out with his knife and he comes running back and he's like, "He got my knife!" He's like, "Everybody run!"
He's
Lord.
got my knife.
No, man.
These brushes
I mean-
here, Trent.
I'll
Yeah,
say,
use those bad boys.
don't worry. I thought I did pretty well with Heidi's paintbrushes because I didn't even use my own. I just took her palette and like her paintbrushes and I messed around with that.
This
last
is my
one.
palette.
Yuck, dude, you pervert.
Good God.
This is live.
You're so gross.
This is what I got at the moment. All right, my resources.
I
are
should
limited.
have given him this one. Like, here, you can use this. paint your miniature with that.
Have fun,
I have
son.
another request.
And on that note, let's
Can I use some paint?
Oh my God! You don't even have paints? No, you can use that bag over there. There's paint bag. You can
every
use the
time you
bag.
guys gift a sub, Trent can actually afford to have material.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you employed Oliver Twist.
Lisa, can I help
Lisa.
No, we talked about this. I have stuff at home.
I just don't
didn't
like
expect
to
to
bring
be
it.
painting
This
tonight.
is true. This is.
I'd rather have it and not need it.
Sounds like a bullshit mantra to me.
No shit, dude.
Practice what you preach.
I'd rather have it than not need it. And need it and not have it. So anyway, I left my paints at home because I didn't think I needed it.
Bring it. I don't have it with me.
I didn't think I needed it.
I'm sorry, Trent.
You're gonna need a bigger
I'll be
car.
sorry for him. I also just realized that this mic has all the lids from the Monument Hobby, like that little
Yeah,
block with the ceiling.
yeah.
Like just
Right on there.
scabbed right on there. Perfect.
Scabby. I call that Mike Old Scabby.
Big
Old
scabby.
Old
Scabby
Scabby.
Mike.
Sweet. So, I
There's
could
good paints in
probably look-
What color do you need?
Black.
Oh yeah. All right.
Fresh out.
Fresh out. Yeah. Oh, you need black? I don't have it.
I didn't think I'd need it.
Stop making eye contact.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, that looks so
Did you see that?
messed up. Yeah, I see it.
So anyway, Cutthroat Kitchen.
For the love of God, please.
God.
So back to what I was saying.
Somebody's calling me. I don't know who it is. I'm not gonna answer it.
Yeah.
Are you
Probably-
not?
I don't know who it is.
It's a scam call.
could be. It could be not. I don't know. I don't know how to read. So whoever that is, I'm sorry.
I'm not prepared.
I'm not prepared. Get your knife.
He got my knife.
It's a dog. The dog got my knife.
Funny.
I'm not really digging the pants on these. I think I'm gonna go full tan. Never go full tan, but I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, he's got my knife!
Everybody run! Trent would probably just throw you under the bus. Like, he's the owner. He's the guy that has the money.
Guys, I'm pretty sure I've seen this. This is the bike messenger.
Hello!
Hello.
So Liam, you want to play kill teams against me?
Sure.
Where?
Right in this thing.
Where the fuck
Yeah.
are you gonna do this?
Bert gets his stuff all set up and he's like,
Right there!
If he just had like a rug underneath everything, you just yank it right out.
Flip everything over. Yeah.
Just so you guys know,
Am I getting?
I laugh
Oh,
with my entire body.
Yeah,
So
we noticed.
The table will
scoot
shake.
back.
So, you know,
Breathing heavy this
Oh
time
my
as I ran.
god, yeah. Hey, he's got my knife.
He comes in and breathes for like 20 seconds.
He's got my knife.
Like, as he's getting stabbed in the back.
Run.
It's too late.
It's too late for me. Just run.
You know what this is gonna absolutely turn into that episode of like How I Met Your Mother, where it's just like people like things keep happening as they're like going through, but someone always loops back. So you were telling the story. I was telling the story. So cutthroat kitchen. So cutthroat kitchen.
Yes, hey. So we're gonna tell him we're leaving here in a minute. Like, alright, cool, let's wrap up. We're gonna get going.
What if he's just like, okay, cool.
We'll see.
Any part. Blunderbutt, how's it going?
Yeah.
You still here, Blunderbutt?
You still out there?
Well, boys, start wrapping up here. We're
Yeah,
gonna
I
get
just
going
gotta-
home, so.
I just got to clean up my work out here.
so what have you boys been up to?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Apps. We thought
Trying to paint.
we tried conflict resolution. No results.
Well, we have planning still. We have the planning committee.
There are
Okay.
plans. It's
So
now
if you-
being aptly named.
How well do you know the siege of Terra?
I know like the general like basis of it.
Okay. So what?
I'm assuming you know that there's a siege and it's on Terra.
So I think there's like a fight or something, and it's between this guy named like Horus the Heresy.
You got me, Horace. I am the Warhammer
You
40k.
are the Warhammer 40k. I think he doesn't like his dad or something. It's
Dad issues.
What a wiener.
Papa Horus?
Or it's Papa Emperor.
No, Horus.
You could also pop a Horus. You could pop a Emperor. You could pop,
Horus is
pop
absolutely a daddy.
You could pop a anything.
Oh, Papa.
Okay, so
Pablito.
what we're thinking is, Mark ran us down. So basically, trench, so like the trench area, first wall, Lions Gate spaceport,
Yep.
bastion / second wall,
Yep.
and then the beginning of the city.
Like the inner palace.
Yeah, so we don't do the palace at all.
Cool. Yep. I'm happy that Mark got to be the one to crush your guys' dreams. Because I remember you guys were out here and you're like, so we're like a forest, we're gonna do like some water, and I'm like, ooh. I kept being like,
The dream's
if
still
we
alive.
want to do like Siege of Terror, it's not gonna be pretty. It's
No.
just going to be very much boring, bleak.
Well, and then I think what we'll do is we'll
It still
definitely
looks super cool. It's just
yeah
not
we'll
gonna
put
be-
it'll just be like rocky crag bombardment, sewer lines that are busted,
Yeah,
dead
just make it look
bodies,
nasty. Yeah, like
Yep.
the dead space marines everywhere.
just icky stuff. And what I was thinking as well was, what if we crack open a Horus Heresy box, give everyone who's participating a Marine, and they paint that, and we put that's one of the dead Marines that we put in the diorama throughout the whole thing.
This is what I think about all you guys. Dead marines.
Losers.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Now, the second thing that we're thinking, that I think, Liam, you could definitely add some intel to this for us.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a painting game show.
Okay.
So we're going to do Cutthroat Kitchen, but painting.
Yes.
Okay? The other one is painting gauntlet. I keep keep using that word for everything, the Forge Gauntlet. and
Forge
all that
Gauntlet.
shit. But I finally think we can actually use it for.
Yeah.
some
Will
for
this
real.
actually be a gauntlet?
Yeah, this one will be a real gauntlet. We still got to iron out the details, but you're pretty good at that. So, what we would do is we would have maybe 4 contestants or 3 contestants or something like that. Everyone's at the same station, and then you have multiple stations. And one will be like the first one will be your priming station. Then you got your basing station. Then you have your like highlight station
Yeah.
or wash station, and then your last one will be your base station. And then whoever finishes. So that's kind of where it breaks down. So do you want to have it where whoever finishes ends the competition, and then you grade everyone's stuff, or you have an hour and a half to finish your model, and then in that hour and a half you can go as fast as you want. If you're the first one done, you get a certain amount of points. If you're the last one done, you get the least amount of points. But then depending on your model, you get points deducted and added how well your model's made.
Yeah, I think that's a fun one to do. You can also be like, once you move from one station, you can't go back to a previous one.
That's a good move.
Don't do it. So, I mean, also it depends on if you get people that you know are there to have a good time and make good content, you can have fun with it.
Yeah. We just don't want
If
people
you
rushing
haven't-
through to be like, oh, I got
Yeah,
done
I did it
first.
first.
If
Yeah.
you have it end when the first person finishes, someone like me is going to dip it in paint, sprint to the end, it's done,
Yeah.
mine's the best because no one else has started.
Yep.
So, I mean, you could do that, but then you have to have people who you know are going to be having fun with it.
Yeah. So, how do we grade this, and how do we break it down to where it can't be cheesed like that? So you'd have to do.
Don't have it end upon finish. I think that's a big one. I think what you're saying earlier is be like you have an hour and a half to paint it. You move on to a station. Once you've moved on, you can't go back.
Or you could fix your times at each station.
Oh, and be like you have a certain.
Just lock it in.
That's a good
Just
idea.
like,
you
you
got,
got-
you
you
got
get
one
there and you
station
got-
or whatever it is.
Because then if
20
someone's like
minutes there, and
contented
that's
where
that.
they're contented where their stuff is at by X period of time, then they're not going to sabotage anybody else. But like that's just where they're.
20 minutes to base something's pretty rough.
That's
about
how
how
long I'm taking right now.
Okay, but what if you gain points for the least amount of time at a station? So if you use all 20, you don't.
Oh, that's a good point.
You
Yeah,
don't gain any
you
points.
Could,
Yeah.
you could offer a reward for a quicker finish.
When now you,
That's
if there's
also
like 4 people, or whatever, you could just be like.
I'm never rewarded for that.
Yeah, no, I get yelled at and stuff. I end up crying.
Yeah.
My dad's disappointed in me.
He's always so disappointed. Go on now, son.
Go on, now, son.
What you could do is, just be like, okay, so if there's 4 people, whoever finishes a station first gets like 3 points.
Yep.
The second or the third person gets 2. Third person to finish gets 1, and the fourth gets 0.
Yeah.
So you could have those as a like incentive to be the first one to finish, but it's then your actual model is graded at the end for points.
Yeah.
That would be fair.
If you're streaming it, you can make it sillier, and you can do like Twitch votes, and you can let Twitch chat just ruin the entire thing by being like, I actually think that the worst one is the best. So that's kind of silly. And you can have them like do some of their own like voting for stuff.
Don't bring the public.
Yeah.
Don't bring the public into this. Alex is already.
Don't let the
sabotage.
plebeians.
Wait. Okay.
Alex is already gonna
So what if
sabotage me.
what if you do this?
Three
So
judges.
you get done first, you get 4 points. You get done second, you get 3 points.
Or how many other 3 people are there for?
3 or 4. However many there are, you get that many points per round.
But you always have the last. No, you go one less, so the last
Yeah.
person gets 0.
So
there's
then-
incentive
Why does
to
that
not be
sound?
last.
So then when somebody, so at the end, it's popular vote, and you get 1 point per vote. So then that
That's
means the
unsettling.
points that you get, so let's say you could get potentially 12 points in a game,
So that's
and
the
then let's say
one
there's
time that
15
I'm going to
voters,
just, like,
that could
that
swing
pound.
the whole thing.
I was
We're
like, you
used
have
to
like
that
3
sound.
judges,
Yeah.
and then each
Oh yeah,
judge
they have
gives-
like 5 votes to give out.
What does it say? They all give out 1 vote for. So
Or
there's
1
5
or 5
stations.
points or something.
So yeah, there's like 5. There's like base. There's like prime, base colors, wash, highlight, whatever you were saying.
Yep.
You have those.
Spectacles, spectacles, law, and watch.
There's 3 judges.
This sounds like Iron Chef.
They
It
distribute
is.
3 points out between those
Yep.
people. But it's not like we all together choose that this person won first. It's they all give out a point to whoever they think is the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So one person could get all 3 points and is dominant, or it could be 3
That's
different
true.
people get 1 point each.
Okay.
But then you let Twitch chat vote on the 4th point. So Twitch chat can throw, or they can actually
Oh
vote for who they
yeah.
think is best. That way so you get your points for finishing faster. And then you can get a potential 0 to 4 points for how good your thing is actually for
Yeah.
that section. My voice is kind of sad because I'm losing it.
For what?
Where'd you put it?
Is this a PG-13 stream or is this a...
You clearly weren't watching before.
It
I was
says-
not. No, I don't watch sports streams.
I actually don't watch them.
I don't want gross.
Well,
yeah, you can
if
say
it's
whatever
not-
you want.
Yeah, sucking dick. No,
Been there.
I have a cold, and then, I was chilling out with the boys at a campfire, and I was yelling a bit.
Tonight?
Yeah.
You guys are at a campfire?
Yeah.
Is it Friday? It's Sunday. It's not Friday. It's not
Well,
tonight.
we didn't do it on Sunday or on Friday because I was sick. And
Don't give a
then
fuck.
I'm so busy. God.
Busy boy.
And then today we went to Fest, and we're like, you know what? After Fest, we made an apple tart, we grilled, we made a little campfire. It was fun.
Was today the last day of Fest?
Yeah.
Damn it, I didn't go.
So
You only have like a month to go.
I know.
Fest has been ruined for me because I've been working out there since I was like 7. So like nothing, I just don't find joy from it apart from going out there and being like, I remember this, or being, that's new. New is bad. I'm
Yeah.
a boomer.
That's unsettling.
Yeah, I saw your sister there when I went.
Which one? I got 3.
Oh, I only know of one.
Is it the ginger, the like one dressed up as a fawn, or not my older sister? She's in there.
The black-haired one. You got one that has
He's
black
like, there's no.
I have a
I don't
ginger.
sister.
He's
and
like, that
brown.
doesn't exist.
She might have like dyed hair right now. She was like she's like a half furry. She's a fawn out there.
He said some really inappropriate things to a stranger.
It was terrible.
It's not going to go well.
It's like, she damn near
went
ran
to-
into me. She was sprinting through the food crowd.
Get out of the way!
I'm
I got
starving.
She just like shanked someone. He's got a clear scene. Yeah, I'm guessing it's Violet because if it was Rose, you tell because she has red hair. So it's kind of.
I don't know, man. She kind of ran. Just, I saw the face.
Did you have your knife?
No, because she would have had it.
That's why.
And there's something that's never getting let go of ever.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we got.
Iron Chef nurse.
Yeah, but let's break it down now. So you have how many contestants?
I was expecting like MC Hammer, yeah.
How many contestants do you have?
I
3?
think
4.
4 is a good number.
Okay, I like 4. And then, yeah. So you got 4, and then how
3
many
judges.
rounds do you have? So you got your basing round.
Yeah, like base colors. Do you want to do washes or highlights first?
I would think washes first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wash
Wash,
first,
then go
highlights.
highlight.
If you
Normally I go
alright,
base,
anyone who's on the
wash,
stream, if
highlight,
you highlight
wash,
before you
highlight.
wash,
Yeah.
you
So back
need
and
to
forth.
stop.
I keep messing
So I'll
up.
do multiple. I'll highlight, wash, highlight again. Like I'll dry brush, wash,
Yep.
and then
Okay,
highlight.
And then
yeah,
I
I
go,
would
too
see.
dark,
I
and
would
I-
consider
oh, it's
dry
too bright,
brushing
and
like
it's too dark.
quite a highlight. It adds a highlight, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a highlight. Like highlight is like you're taking your time, you're building your layers, and you're actually like.
I
trying
don't want
do
to take my
something.
time though, because I'm lazy.
Because-
So I just
because
try.
you're lazy.
Sometimes, so depending upon what it is, I'll like actually highlight. But usually I just dry brush.
Yeah.
It's faster.
I quit dry brushing altogether. It's a great technique, and I think it's important, but I just highlight now.
I would recommend the slap chop.
I just saw that. What the hell is that?
Okay, so these guys are actually slap chop.
Trent, bend over.
yeah, that's comfortable. So basically, you just start with you prime in black to start, and then you can. The slap chop originally is dry brush gray, like a light gray. I use Zenithal airbrush light gray,
Okay.
and then you do a dry brush of white on like the highlight spots.
So you're doing gray, then white.
Gray,
Then white and pure white, not off white, pure white. So it's catching the edges and everything, and then contrast. Here.
You're choosing.
Yep. Here's a slap chop.
You dry brush
Same.
contrast paint?
No, you actually slap on like contrast paint. You dry brush.
So after
just for
everything's spaced, and then you go do the
Zenithal
So you're not
gradient.
like painting it, you're priming it, then you're doing like the gray, white.
yeah, because
Then-
the,
okay.
And then you do your contrast
I
color.
thought I was okay. So you painted
Yeah.
your Space Marine blue,
Holy shit,
and
this
then
is good. So wait, you primed it black.
Yep.
You dry brushed it.
gray.
I Zenithal light gray because that's like Ninja did a Zenithal, so I Zenithal light gray, Monument light gray, or the monument.
I don't know
grade,
why
right?
people give so much shit to these models. I love these models.
Yeah, they're super cool. And then I dry brushed pure white.
Blunderbutt.
And then you just
You don't have to be
Then I-
contrast.
Then I just put contrast on there. And then I did my metallics for the metallic spots, but other than that,
Holy shit.
yep.
So is this slap chop new? Because I've just heard about it the other day.
So the guy who I heard it from first was the Honest Wargamer, Rob the Honest Wargamer, and he was the one who did like dry brush everything. And then I think he got a lot more attention now because Ninjon did it, and he did a 2.0, which is following those previous steps, and then he did highlights. He spent another like 6 or 7 minutes per miniature to do highlights, and that was his big recommendation.
I mean, I guess it can only really be like as new as contrast is.
Correct.
So,
Yeah. So
however many years that is, because
well, and I found
I
it's
don't know.
I found it's a bit easier. So like. Obviously, certain contrast runs differently as the crow flies in terms of paint here. But I always throw in a little bit.
Billy, you can paint. Anyone can.
I throw in a bit of medium,
yeah.
and then it flows smoother. So then it settles a lot easier. So you don't get nearly as much pooling as long as you're paying a little bit of attention. Then you're square. It comes out really nicely, and yeah, I mean These guys I assembled, and they are at this current state after 2 days, 3 days, not even, maybe like 3 hours of painting.
It's not bad at all. It's great.
No, it was a really great, yeah. Oh yeah, Blunderbutt, anyone can paint. True story.
If Trent can paint, anyone can.
True.
No, it's on my very first model was a Stormcast Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the Games Workshop store here in Eden Prairie,
Nice.
and I just went because I started playing Total War Warhammer, and I was just like, and I heard that they did like the free paint demo,
Yeah.
and I just started painting, and I was like, I haven't been this anxiety-less in forever. Started from there. Less than 2 weeks later, I bought start collecting Space Marines. And I started my Dark Angels. Anybody can paint. True story.
Yeah.
Just start doing it.
Man, like the best way to get better at something is by failing so bad you don't make the same mistake again.
Yep.
And I will always stand by that as like advice. I was just telling Trent last night when he was doing Kill Team.
Trent
said-
fails all the time.
I said, son, the only way to learn, son, is by failing out enough you don't do it again. Like, smack.
You said it when I literally couldn't do anything,
Yeah.
though. That still made me.
I mean, so you could have deployed him in cover, but
He's trying to make him
He
feel better, and
was!
Trent's like, shut
Well,
up,
I mean,
Dad.
He wasn't. He got flanked.
he wouldn't have died if he was in cover. That's all I'm
Maybe
saying.
if you wouldn't have put him in cover.
If you
Maybe
had
if you wouldn't have made a
predicted
dumb
that Connor
mistake.
would have ran his toe
He's
out into the open.
Rainy stew.
Blimey!
By me,
So Trent's like,
Crocky, here comes a tire.
it sounds like Dave from that game. I can't do Australian. I can do like 3 words. Trent had like his like veteran space marine hiding behind a wall. Connor had like a. How do you guys want me to say Tau?
Tau.
Tau.
Tau?
I'm
He had his
like a
Tau.
normal individual.
Wait, you
You
really
know.
say two?
Yeah, it's like Tau.
Tau.
It's T-A-U. Tau. That's how I say it. I don't know.
Really? I think you're messing around.
No.
Just-
I don't say that.
I would just say towel.
Tau.
Tau. Like ouch.
Actually, I will draw points to this one for Menkes. In the words of famous Bob Ross, talent is a pursued interest. Anything that you're willing to practice, you can do. True. I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Bob Ross started like Trent, running around with a knife, possibly stabbing people through glass.
Allegedly.
And then he went.
Allegedly.
Then he went to paint.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Remember, allegedly.
Allegedly. Redacted. That's how
Well,
I became
yeah.
a painter.
Like Connor rolled the perfect shot, and then Trent didn't make a single save, and it did exactly enough damage to one-shot kill him. And that was the very first activation of the entire game. And it felt bad. And there wasn't really anything.
And then several turns later, I found out that my Helix Adeptus was right next to it. Could have just gone.
No.
Yep, you have a
Yeah,
medic who can heal him.
Could've
We
just
also
fixed
forgot
that.
that he could have command rerolled any of his armor saves. But you know what? Next time we play, you're going to remember to use the medic. because you don't want your guy to die.
Are we taking bets on that he doesn't remember?
Oh, he's not going to.
Yeah, okay.
It's because he didn't fail the medic, he failed the not having his guy in cover.
Just drop straight from there. Alright, what you working on now over yonder?
You got some edge highlight on there?
A dark sword dragonborn.
I'm just like shoving black onto these guys.
A dark sword miniatures. It's a dragonborn archer.
Oh,
Why
nice.
don't you prime them black? It's
Aren't
so
they
much easier.
primed?
I wanted to, but
Wait,
we
what'd you-
only have the black brown.
It's pretty much black.
I mean, that's actually not a bad
It's
idea.
on
though.
his head.
That's the.
Oh my
Prime
god,
stuff.
please, I gotta show this to chat. Give me the fucking model.
As we're like, hey, anybody can paint.
anyone can
if you
paint.
can
Oh,
dream
that's
it, you
Trent
can
King.
do it.
And then
Look at this
Trent.
piece of shit.
Dude, this is so stupid. Imagine trying to paint this thing.
The
You
best
can't paint and he
the
doesn't know
best
how to
is
use a
Connor's the
medic.
one who put that on there.
Look at his face. It looks like it's melted. Looks like it's a melted.
What if he was
Oh,
going for
that's
a
like the
melted
ghillie,
face?
though, right?
Wait, when his main guy is melted?
Yeah, what if he's a burn
It's the
victim?
ghillie. You gotta put
Jesus.
a.
Trent,
Thank you.
It's ghillie, right?
what happened?
Let me see.
It's
What did you put
ghillie,
on this?
right?
Alright, let me, come on.
I don't even know what just happened.
It's ghillie, right?
By the way, there is fresh paint on that model.
Okay,
right
James, now what were you saying just a second ago? Maybe he's melted. You both of you eat your words right now.
It's ghillie.
I was
right?
trying to be nice.
Don't
Trent,
be.
it looks horrible.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm
What are you
being
doing?
nice. Trent, once you paint the ghillie, it's gonna look beautiful.
I believe in you. You can fix that.
What?
You can fix that in 30 seconds.
Stop. Not anyone can paint.
Fine.
Oh shit, sorry guys. Yes, anyone can paint.
Girl boss.
I
Yes,
can
like
hand
an gatekeep.
I
No
can
one
hand him this dry brush right now, a little bit of Xandri dust, wipes it off on the paper towel decently. Quick fix. That
Oh,
being
wait.
said, he's gonna look like a sackhead for a hot second, but it'll fix it.
I think. I mean,
I
that's the nice
believe-
about painting
you know what?
black space
I'm-
marines. Is
I-
you just edge highlight like 3 layers
Yeah.
of gray, and it's gonna look nice.
Yeah.
Or you dry brush 1 layer of gray, and it looks okay.
I don't know. Well, I would say dry brush is probably gonna be your cleaner bet because when you do edge highlight, it either is A, gonna look super great, or it's gonna look
Yep.
like a goddamn disaster.
When I was painting on my Blood Angels, well, no, so I was
Yes.
painting
Death Company?
someone else's, or yeah, I was painting someone else's Death Company.
It's gonna be a goddamn bloodbath.
I painted somebody. I painted them like 10 Death Company, and I'm like, you know what? I'm painting these for someone. I'm gonna edge highlight. And at the 10th one, I'm like, I'm not doing another Death Company Marine like this, and all of mine are dry brushed. And mine look so much worse. They're still fine, but they just don't look as good. But I'm fine with it because I didn't have to edge highlight another.
Prime black, Zenithal with either like a lighter white or a gray. 3 drops of Black Templar to 1 drop contrast medium. Apply. Done.
I didn't love Black Templar.
I also love
When I
it.
was sitting.
I
Why'd
haven't
you
messed
get off?
around with Black Legion,
Because-
which is like the pure black. It's the single pigment. I haven't messed with it yet. But that's also because every time I use like a black, I want it to raise edges. Like for example, like this guy here. If you want to take a look and pass it down.
Take one.
I'm using Black Templar to create highlights on like black boots, black pants, everything like that. But
Yeah.
I'm also applying it on all the metal pieces
Yeah.
because then I can create contrast through
These look really nice.
through color. Because I'm using silver for all the metallic bits, so it just makes it really pop.
The bikes are silly. I don't
I
know if I love or
love
hate
these.
Leagues of Otan yet. I'm very much on the fence about whether or not they're cool or they're kind of silly.
I think they're fantastic.
Now-
I'm a fan of silly though.
Their lore is really good, though.
I
it's
love
really good.
dumb things. I don't think that they're dumb enough for me to love it though. It's like the
I still don't know how you're hand painting that
it's like a
much,
little
like,
graph.
I don't see a brush stroke.
He's like, yeah, I'm good.
Into the wall.
Get fucked, idiot.
Okay,
Can't wait to participate.
Fucking kiddo here has got paint all over his hands, so he's literally chewing on his brushes at this point.
no.
Dude, paint liquors for life.
Yeah, yep, but finger painters? No.
I mean, I'll still lick the paint.
That's amazing.
I'm biting my lip right now. The camera can't see, but I will lick the paint from. It's what I'm saying. Okay?
You suck on the glue.
Oh god.
I did it 2 times.
Is that like a euphemism
okay?
for something?
I thought he was going somewhere else.
Direct translation.
What you I'm drinking a root beer, but I'm not a root beer drinker. But you suck glue off a brush twice, and all of a sudden you're a glue sucker.
Yeah. Or you go and fuck one goat.
One goat, okay? How was I supposed to know anyone was gonna see that, okay?
Because it was a screaming goat.
If I'd known they were gonna...
They cried for help.
If I had known they were gonna catch me, I wouldn't have
Gotta
done
go,
it.
guys. Have a good night. Okay. Bye, Billy.
On that.
See you, buddy. Yeah, Billy's like,
There's a stream delay. You
anyway.
can see it before or after you leave. It's fine.
I will say this. That was the one redeeming thing for me for Thor: Love and Thunder.
fucking?
The goat fucking?
No, the goat screaming.
In what?
Thor got his 2 goats,
I haven't seen it.
and
Me neither.
and they're
Spoilers.
screaming goats. So like every time they land, they just go. Wah!
Spoil. Oh, now I guess I can't see it now. Dang.
Oh darn.
I was really planning to, but now I can't watch it after that
It's,
spoiler.
I mean, I will say this: I enjoyed it more than Ragnarok, but
I loved Ragnarok.
I thought Ragnarok was fun.
I just don't. I can't justify their complete 180 on Thor, like as a character. Like you could take him seriously,
Agreed.
and then you can't all of a sudden.
They made him into a big dumb idiot.
Yeah, for some.
Yeah, but
like,
he's even a bigger
It's
dumb
because
idiot
he
in Love
Sam
and
played
Thunder, isn't he?
Fortnite for like
That's what I
5
mean.
years.
I don't
No,
want...
he said he didn't like Ragnarok as much as Love and Thunder.
No, I mean I would say this. I don't think he is as dumb in Love and Thunder. In Love and Thunder, he's like at the very least like middling, but like not as bad. It was a bit easier. It was easier for me to digest. I'll say that.
The big dumb idiot.
But yeah, I mean, from what I hear, I think Taika said he's no longer gonna do. He's like not doing the next one or something like that. I'm like, that's probably for the best because I feel like at this point they just don't know what they're doing with the character. They just don't know how where to progress from here.
Well, I mean, they're making money.
They are, but they're. I think overall Marvel's just making like bad decisions right now.
I've never been super into Marvel, but I didn't love like Endgame and the one Infinity War just because once you mess with like time travel, it just gets so funky. And multiple universes, it just gets.
I think they handled
It's
it.
too much.
I think overall they handled it pretty decently, and I think the Russo brothers are just fantastic at it. And they clearly cared about the characters, they cared about the direction, and they handled it like friggin' champs. Which, let's face it, their resume builder was Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, and that was easily one of the top 2 movies.
It was really good.
It was
I haven't seen
phenomenal
it.
from front to back.
What? Liam, you're such a pervert.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's not.
I'm
even,
excited to just. Oh, I haven't seen that movie.
It's not even just because, like, not even as a comic book movie. The things that are like truly good films.
Please stop moving the fucking table. For the love of Christ, I'm edge highlighting a lobster claw right
Edging,
now.
okay, and you are.
Oh my god.
You're putting them off, okay?
Like, good example.
Trent's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, daddy.
Logan isn't a comic book movie. It's just a phenomenal movie.
Agreed.
Period.
Didn't see it.
God, what is wrong with you?
Logan
are
was
a pervert.
Logan
If it's
was
not Star
about
Wars, I
as
probably haven't
perfect
watched it.
as it can get.
So good.
Yeah.
And now
it's come
Hugh
back.
Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are going to be in a Deadpool movie together.
The third
Oh, I
pool.
haven't seen either of those.
Oh, they're so good.
I've seen a lot of
Deadpool's so
clips.
good.
I should see them.
What have you seen?
I'm actually I'm at
Star
this point-
Wars,
Oh my
the
god.
last Jurassic Park,
Fucking
which
hate
sucked.
Star Wars.
You spent your time
No, I love
Have
Star
you guys-
Wars.
watching the last Jurassic Park, but not watching
It
actual
was-
films of any sort of note.
Have you seen the first
So
Jurassic
good.
Park?
Oh no, yeah, I've seen all the Jurassic Park. Well, I haven't seen the third one, but I've seen
You
1,
skip-
2, 4, 5, 6. Well, I didn't skip it. I just never watched it.
That's
That would
called
be
skipping.
What I didn't start.
I didn't go to 5th grade. I just went over to
I
6th.
yeah. I started watching Jurassic Park at 4. I did like the Star Wars. Started at 4, 5. Then I went 1, 2, and then I watched 6.
Have you seen all the Star Wars movies?
Yes.
Why did you
What the-
skip one?
I didn't skip it
Why not?
Exactly.
because.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Well, in Stars, I
Words
started
of a
4,
pervert.
5, 6. Then I went 1, 2, 3. Then I went 7, 8, 9 because Star Wars is silly like that. It's just quirky.
Wait. What was that order again?
4, 5,
6.
6. 1, 2, 3.
So you did
Seven,
you
eight,
did the
nine.
shotgun order, but you included 1 still.
Well, I was a wee lad, and my parents were like, "Mr. Little Liam, would you like to watch some Star Wars?" Now,
If your parents called you Mr. Little Liam,
Mr. Little
Lehman
Russ.
Mr. Little Lehman, I am concerned.
And then I watched 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
And then they went, but wait, there's more Star Wars. And then I watched 1, 2, and 3.
I
Gotta
got a
be
question
older.
for you about
Yes.
Star Wars.
Okay.
Are you a fan of the prequels?
There is a right answer.
I think 3's fun. I like 3.
I didn't say
One
fun.
is
Okay, wait a minute.
okay, two's-
So I actually did. I had about a 2-hour long podcast on this exact scenario,
Perfect.
and we worked it out. And the prequels are actually good.
I think
So
they're fun. I like them.
the first one is not. The first one's not good, but it sets up a fantastic second and the best third. So
I would
the
agree.
third movie is so good when Obi-Wan is like almost crying, and he's like telling him, he's like, "You
Yeah.
are the chosen one."
Oh yeah, I think
and
3 is the best.
It's so good. It's so good.
Spoiler alert,
The
I guess.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Anakin is Darth Vader, and he's possibly your dad.
I've
Okay?
never seen it.
Oh.
I just had a 2-hour long
I've had this
podcast
3-hour long
about it.
podcast. I never actually watched it though.
Well, I skipped. I went.
You went 7
I didn't
to
skip it. I just didn't watch it.
7 to 8, 1, 4, 5, 6.
So I will tell you this: I am a diehard Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I skipped the last movie. I still have not seen it.
You should see it, but
Wait,
just
which
go
last
in
one?
with
Oh,
like
The last
really.
one. The one where, I mean, I know what happens in it.
The
but
one where J.J. Abrams had to try and backpedal on everything that Ryan Johnson
the one
did.
that.
I
okay,
don't think
so
it's
everyone
bad.
talks about. Okay, so the last 3 movies that were made.
Yeah.
I don't even know the fucking names of them because I
The
don't
Force
care.
Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker.
Dr. Chewbacca and the Village of Ewoks. So
Kylo kills.
I would actually watch that.
I would too, actually.
I love Wookiees and Ewoks.
The disappointing thing that happens in all that is Ryan Johnson was supposed to do The Empire Strikes Back. Like that was his mission, was to make Empire Strikes Back. Instead, he made Floating Leia and so garbage. And the Casino Land to nowhere. Where they're like, let's make this giant, huge, epic, massive
I agree. The heist
heist,
thing.
and it
that-
goes literally nowhere.
Yeah.
Like
Where
nowhere.
they completely wasted
They-
friggin'
they get Benicio del
Guillermo-
Toro.
Yeah, Benicio del Toro,
They
one
get
of
him
the
there,
greatest actors.
and they get bamboozled by him. So the whole heist literally goes nowhere. They go there, come back, and the Empire catches them. They might as well just went to the Empire
the First
ship.
Order catches them?
Oh, sorry, yeah, the First Order.
Rose was one of the most pointless characters on planet Earth.
You know what I think?
She
You guys-
genuinely upset me as a character.
FN-218 should have died on the
I
planet
love
with
that
the
you call
Red Rock.
him FN-218 and not Finn.
He's
call him
still
like
a
real-
fucking
he's still a
stormtrooper to me.
Rob is a Phasma simp.
He should, I totally am. He should have died.
Agreed.
Or not him. Rose. Rose should have died sacrificing himself.
should have
herself,
sacrificed himself,
or
like-
let Finn die.
Yes. I
Run
agree
himself
100%.
into
Finn
the.
should have gone in.
He
That
could
would
have
have been
been
so
The
good.
entire reason that he was doing what he was doing was literally, and it
stop
it
the battery.
destroyed,
Yep.
like, by
Yes.
her stopping him and being like, you need to keep fighting to protect the ones that you
Oh,
love.
Just
Like,
like, it's not about
the
destroying
reason
what
he
we hate,
did what
it's
he
protecting
did,
what we
yeah.
love.
The reason he
You
was
big
doing what he
dum-dum.
was doing was because he was protecting everybody else.
Yeah. And she's like,
it
wait,
was
no,
really
no.
People
stupid.
died so that she could like save him, so that their romance could go nowhere.
So then she's completely gone from the next movie.
Yeah.
So
Thank
like
God.
what are you? But
She's in
still,
the beginning
Yeah.
for a scene, and then
it's so dumb.
Forget about it.
You know what I really liked was the beginning scene where they're like, Poe is like flying around and stuff. Is that from
It's
the?
a fun. Yep.
That's and the big bombs
It's
are dropping
fun.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Love
what is that? The
I
Dragon?
love those
Where you meet
stupid
Rose's
bombers.
sister and you're just like,
Yep.
can
I
we bring
love
her
them.
back?
She was badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tell Liam
I'm
to
gonna
never
say-
disrespect Mo.
I like the.
Andrew's on here. Didn't
Mama-
see
oh, I
Logan.
didn't disrespect
James
fans.
just had a heart attack inside. Jiggles.
So I'm gonna say I like the casino.
Didn't see Logan, James.
I
Oh
like
my-
the
That's my
casino.
fiance.
Is it really?
The idea,
Don't do that to me,
the
sweetie,
idea
please.
of the casino planet was cool.
Oh no, I like.
Oh
the
yeah,
entire-
if it
The
fucking
execution
mattered.
of everything.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's this, let's plan and plot this heist for 35 minutes of the movie, and it's supposed to be some major plot device, but let's actually get bamboozled, and now this last 45 minutes has meant nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it, because the good guys didn't just win. It's
I'm not,
such a
they don't
dumb
need
take.
to win.
It's a really dumb take, and I don't think that's what they were going for. But I like it because it wasn't just like everything worked perfectly and we win.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
wow, all of that was for nothing and everyone's still gonna die, but we just wasted the casino. I like that.
I understand a little bit of
I
what
wish it
they
was
were
cooler,
like,
though,
trying
like-
to do with
yeah.
it, but yeah, they just dropped the ball.
You know what I really liked about it though? There's a couple things I did like about that movie.
Which one?
The second one.
Andrew likes cool.
Last Jedi.
I refuse to say names. The second one.
the second.
where she flies. Now,
They
hear
fly
me out
now?
now. Hear me out now. So we're in what fucking year where they have space travel and hyperspace travel and all this
Yeah.
crazy stuff, but you can't put a ship on autopilot? I don't understand that. But anyway, she has to sacrifice herself, right?
Yeah.
So she's going to sacrifice herself
She's a
by
boomer. She's already died.
hyperspace drive warp speed right into the Empire ship. It's
First
the
order.
First order
Yeah,
ship.
that's right. Yeah, you bet it.
That was very cool.
So that was
When
the
she
only
was like,
time
boom,
I've been in the theater. The
that was
entire
awesome.
theater gasped. It
Yeah.
was a cool moment.
It was a very cool
Great.
moment. Just
but I
silence.
didn't. But I did not give a shit about her.
no, exactly.
Why?
Well-
Why couldn't that have been Leia?
well, you mean
Why
also-
couldn't that have been Leia killing herself?
Yes.
And then she's not in the second movie.
Because I feel like so
Yeah.
many people would have had a shit fit if Leia killed herself.
But sacrifice
I
yourself.
agree with you. I
Han
agree
dies
with
in the
you.
first one.
I agree
Leia
with
dies
you
in the second one.
100%.
I mean, my biggest thing is she just should have died when.
She should have died years
when
ago.
Kylo
When
blew
she's
out
out
of
in
the
space,
lock.
Han would have, Kylo would have killed both his parents at that point.
Would've
The
been very
full turn.
completion.
You know what else I wanted to fucking see was
Kylo died.
no, what's her name? Rey.
Yeah.
I wish Rey would have said, okay. When Kylo was like, did that whole speech to her, it was so awesome. He's like, you're nothing. You're nobody. He says it with so like little empathy.
Just yeah,
he's just like,
literally
you're
just like
nothing.
an ant.
Well,
You
I
come from
agree.
nobody.
Yeah,
You are
well,
nothing.
because
And he
he's
was
a
like,
good actor.
come with me. And if she would have been like, okay, that'd have been so sweet. The bad guys win. Now she would have had that turn in the back.
Yeah.
Why was she Palpatine's heir or clone or
She
whatever?
was,
they had to-
she
they
was
had to
his like
backpedal.
genetically
because they had to go in and try to fix
son's
things.
daughter,
Like,
and it's like
I will say,
why?
this is the sad thing about The Last Jedi is The Last Jedi had the same reception that Empire Strikes Back did when it originally came out.
This is
People
true.
hated Empire after it ended.
And then the
because
problem is
guess
people
what?
tried to defend it after, being like, "See, it's the same reaction." It's like, no,
Like,
we're not gonna eventually come back and
Oh,
feel good
what's your
about
question?
this.
My question on
it was just, I wish that I could see what Ryan Johnson
sex
was
with
trying to do.
Palpatine. In order
No,
to
not Palpatine.
especially-
It was
especially since
his
he's
like
not a bad
clone
director.
son.
No, not at
had
all.
a kid,
Looper is a
and that's
phenomenal movie.
Oh, I thought it was
It's
his
amazing.
clone.
It's not
movie
him.
Brick.
It's like, and he didn't
One of
have
his
a
first
son.
movies, Brick.
He like genetically
Brick.
engineered his
Yeah.
son.
Amazing.
And he ran
Like,
away from daddy to go bang
I
someone. to
wonder
create
what
Rey.
else
And then they got
he
brought
had in
back.
mind when he wrote it. Because
But the
apparently
only way you could ever
he
learn any
had
of that is through a
everything
book.
ready to go
Oh, I
for
love
his
that.
for the
The only way to what?
To learn
And
any
then
of that
they
is through a
got
book.
all this backlash.
Really?
So I'm wondering
same
what
thing
he
as,
was
like-
planning on doing.
I can
If they
only
had
assume it was
taken
something
the
terrible.
last movie,
I
I
mean-
think that the Rise of Skywalker
It's just-
would have been good if they'd made it a two-parter. And I think Hollywood are cowards for not making
know
all
what I
these
wanna see?
movies 4 hours long.
I want to see the last
Well,
three movies
100%.
remade.
I mean,
Why not?
Look
Why
at,
not? They would
look
get
at-
double
there-
the amount of money.
There was actually a rumor that Jon Favreau was getting permission to retcon everything that happened there.
Why not? It's never been
actually,
done.
3 entire movies.
It's never been done.
I
Why
mean,
not do it? They'll make billions of dollars because
there's-
people will be
I
like,
mean-
"You're remaking those shitty movies. I'll go see the new ones."
Star Wars also has
I
the
would.
possibility of like
Andrew says it was
it's,
actually.
it's
a
like
protocol.
comic book movies. You can go back.
That's what I
and you
thought.
can hit the undo button. You can find some
Oh,
way to
100%.
hit the undo button.
100%.
It was all just a silly dream.
Which
Yeah. But,
Liam
no, I
was a
mean-
clone, yeah, I mean it's a clone of. Wait,
So
no.
I thought that it was he genetically engineered a son like the Emperor made Primarchs. So that he did
That's what I
that.
thought too.
And then that guy ran
Never
away.
made Primarchs.
It all links back to
Yeah.
Warhammer 40,000, you guys. Can I explain Warhammer 40,000 to you? Okay, so it all started when the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor created these. Okay, so the Primarchs. All right, so the Space Marines.
Are we talking about
so
the Warhammer Emperor? Who are we talking about?
The Emperor.
Emperor Kuzco.
Okay, Andrew says.
What about the
failed
Tau?
clone of The Tau.
Tauga.
No, I mean, major issue is that producers want to create movies that are blockbusters and super successful. They don't want to have the runtime or the commitment to do it.
But Endgame.
But they.
Endgame was overran. It was longer than
Yeah.
all the other movies.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite movies.
Do you want to know why though? Because the Rousseau brothers had made a name for themselves to the point where they were gonna let them do whatever they wanted
Yeah,
to
but
do
it's
because it was in
J.J.
such
Abrams.
good hands.
It's
For
J.J.
Endgame,
Abrams.
Yeah, but
No.
J.J.
You're saying what they
Abrams
didn't
hadn't
do
been
with Star
batting
Wars
super hot
because Hollywood won't let them do whatever they want. But Endgame they did.
Yeah.
So it's like, why wouldn't they do that to J.J. Abrams?
Because
J.J. Abrams is
because
a well-known
unfortunately,
director.
Kathleen Kennedy is the one who owns
Yeah.
Star Wars. Unfortunately,
I don't know anymore. I thought she got something happened with her, did she?
Because like the
No,
same
she's
thing, the
still
same
sitting
thing
there.
happened with
Queen
Justice
of
League. The original Justice League movie came out in theaters, and it was a mess. And the entire reason that it was such a mess, aside from the Joss Whedon debacle, but the producers were literally like, no one wants to sit in a theater for 2 hours to watch a movie. Cut it down and be done with it.
God, it was
So they literally just cut it in and butchered that film, and then they were like, yeah, well, it was still a success because people went and saw it. And it's like, no, people hated this movie.
Because now I'm not
But
going to
they don't give a shit.
And then
Because it made money.
Exactly, but that's the problem.
Every
And then-
actor in that didn't want to be involved anymore because of what they did to
They
Zack
saw the
Snyder.
huge backlash after that, where everybody had those petitions to get Zack Snyder's cut released, and that was finally came out. And
And it
what
was
is it?
a-
4 hours?
which-
4 hours and 32
that was-
minutes.
It's a massive.
That was unprecedented. They did not have to do that, and they did, which was awesome. Because when have you ever seen that before? We're like,
it's that film.
you know,
history.
you know, the last time that happened, Sonic the Hedgehog, the Sonic movie, that the chat rose up, the internet rose up, and was like, we need to change.
The only difference
And they
was
did.
the studio was
yeah.
willing to be like, okay, before we put this movie out in theaters, we'll address.
They're
these
like, so we did a
things."
trailer, and everybody's like, no.
Which I
don't like
did
Sonic's
anyone see
eyes.
the Alvin and the Chip and Dale movie.
No.
So that was that whole movie was written by, first and foremost, the guys from The Lonely Island. They wrote it, and I kid you not, it has Ugly Sonic in it, and that's his name. Ugly Sonic.
Wait.
Like Chip and Dale are at
It's at the end, right?
It's like towards there, yeah. It's like it's
I'm
old
waiting
Chip
for
and
you to
Dale.
be like, I did see that movie.
Chip, I didn't see it. I
What
didn't see
was it? Or Dale goes through and gets like the 3D treatments or whatever, and like Chip's still like 2D animated, but it's Chip is John Mulaney and Dale is Andy Samberg, and it was written by the dudes who did The Lonely Island, and they go to like this convention, and Ugly Sonic is there, and that's what he's marketed as, is
That
Ugly
is
Sonic.
Amazing.
Oh, those guys are a gift to mankind too. The Lonely Island dudes are just the absolute best.
Listen to fans of the movie, Sonic will no longer be.
Oh yeah, because it was a clone of Pop, and the movie says her dad was a failed
Yes,
clone.
Andrew. I've been
ran
reading your
off.
Twitch chats.
Yeah.
Andrew.
No, I got it over here too, just so I can read. But yeah, I mean, long story short, with Star Wars, I think part of the problem was Kathleen Kennedy got her hands on it, and she clearly knows absolutely nothing about Star Wars. Like, I don't know. I get why they have like executives in certain places, because obviously, on some level, they kind of have to know what they're doing. But simultaneously, when it comes to something like Star Wars, it's amazing what happens when you have someone like Jon Favreau, who is a huge Star Wars fan, knows what he's doing, and he immediately, like, his first response is to hire Dave Filoni, who lives, breathes everything Star Wars. Like, if there was ever a lore
And
keeper,
furries.
like, if anyone ever was like a lore keeper of Star Wars, it's Dave Filoni.
100%.
The dude's,
The Clone Wars are amazing.
the dude's a mastermind when it comes to any sort of Star Wars and any sort of writing of Star Wars. And again, it's also because Jon Favreau is a smart person and is just like, I should probably hire someone who knows what they're doing and knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, where it's more than a job, it's like this person's passion.
Yeah, they want to see this succeed, and they're not thinking about it from like a purely business perspective.
So funny, because it's like the Hollywood executives and shit like are the empire. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they are the bad guys.
They are, and especially like I think that was my big wake up moment, was the whole debacle with Justice League, because like Zack Snyder's daughter had like committed suicide.
Yep.
And he was just stepping back, and they
I don't
immediately
read this stuff.
and they sent him like, and then they just kicked him off of it.
He was literally like, I just need to take some time for myself. And then
the
they're
cast
like,
is
well, we're going to
100%
replace you.
supporting him.
Joss Whedon.
I think you need to take a bit more
Yeah.
than just some time.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sorry, we got a deadline to make. Don't give a
You're
shit about your daughter. Thanks for making us billions.
Yeah. Oh God. And then the design they did for Steppenwolf was so bad.
Yep.
I don't even know who that was, by the way. I thought Steppenwolf was a band. from,
Steppenwolf
like, the
is a band, but
70s. Yeah.
Steppenwolf is one of the lieutenants
Steppenwolf is also
of
a very cool character.
Dark, and also Darkseid. Oh my God.
In the Snyder Cut?
Yes.
Like how you actually get to see him?
You get to see him, and the dude, like the voice is perfect and it's so badass. It was so well done.
See, I don't know. I don't know those guys. I don't know.
You don't know
Superman.
Darkseid?
I don't know Superman. By the way, I always thought his name was Darkseid.
He has a he has a Z on him, and he flies around in space.
Jesus, Trent.
You're supposed to do like the
I can hear
something.
the ventriloquism from over here. No, it's
We got a fart thrower.
Well done. Who did that?
I mean,
He's got my knife.
I will say it also
I
just
miss where
goes.
people he has my knife is, but I love it still.
It
was
also
just-
goes to
Anytime that we'd hear a
goes to
noise,
show
Trent would grab his knife and he'd walk out of the room.
that when it came
And so
to
we were like, "What are you gonna
Aquaman,
do? You're gonna like go like
James
run up and
Wan
puncture
actually
through the
went
glass
to
with your
Zack
knife and take
Snyder
out some
specifically,
intruder?"
even though Warner
And then we
Brothers
said
told
how
him
funny
not
it'd be
to.
if he walks
Yeah.
out with his knife and
And-
comes running back again, and he's like,
like got his
"He has my knife."
got his approval on everything. Like he's like, does this fit in line with what you had in mind for Aquaman, for Jason Momoa's Aquaman? He's like, absolutely. Gave his blessing, and lo and behold, over $1 billion.
I never saw Aquaman.
You just don't.
You don't
count,
watch movies.
You just like
Sorry,
do you have like a VHS player, and that's why
We
you
do.
saw the other movies?
So I've
They
seen like
existed
most
on
of the Disney
VHS?
princess movies because I have 3 sisters. I've seen all the Star Warses. I've seen Lord of the Rings.
Star Wars.
And I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
1
can't
and 2.
tell if joking or if
I've seen
He's
actually
such an
close
uber nerd.
My arm is
Well, I was
literally
gonna say,
the
he's like-
map.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah, that is
I
the
see it
map.
there. Yeah,
Well,
that is the
I'm-
map there.
Look
Yeah.
at I'm
That's
looking
super
at it
cool.
upside
So I've
down.
got the-
Give me a break.
Walls of Durin, the Elvish script, then the entire
That's-
map wraps around.
That's
Super
fucking
cool
hate
tattoo.
Lord of the Rings.
The Argonaut.
Yeah, but everything's so stupid. Like, just throw it away, lol.
My theory is, if Peter Jackson would not have done those movies, fantasy movies that we know it today would not be the way they would be. Game of Thrones would not be Game of Thrones if it wasn't for Peter Jackson making those.
Game of Thrones probably never would
I
have
was
been
saying, yeah, like
greenlit.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah,
like
that's
fantasy would have. I mean, it may have taken off eventually, but also I feel like Tolkien kind of like made fantasy,
More about like
and
Peter
then
Jackson.
oh no, yeah, and then the movies
directing.
made it mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he decided to go too far and went to The Hobbit.
Well, wasn't he pulled on to that? He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was kind of well.
Get
He was
over
pulled on.
here.
The bigger problem too is he wanted to make it just a single film, and they told him to break it out into 3.
Yeah. Nope, you gotta make it as epic as the Lord of the Rings.
You can make 3 with this one book.
And-
make
Yeah.
the elf and the
also,
dwarf
he
kiss,
went
please.
Exactly.
He went way too hard into CGI. Like that was part of what
But
pulled you in.
That
Lord
was
of the Rings,
that
just
was
practicality.
that was the producers again, because they were
Oh,
like, "Hey,
God.
we can save so much money if we're not using practical effects and needing to apply makeup and prosthetics for 4 hours a day every single day for 900 days straight while we're filming." And
And then you have Matt Reeves who shows up in the Batman and he's just like, I would like Colin Farrell specifically to play the Penguin, and he will
Mhm.
sit in that chair
Wait,
for 4
wait.
hours.
You said Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves, the guy that directed the
Yeah, but who voiced Batman?
Who
Like
who
in
did
the
Batman
animated series?
in the Batman or
Yes.
like the animated series,
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy?
That's
I don't
okay.
watch it.
Yeah.
You've never seen Batman animated
Shut
series.
up.
I've seen the original Batman.
I'm
that
literally
was on
going to
MeTV.
shove something
Oh my God.
in your mouth.
Inside him.
Batman.
Oh.
Not the
Person blue on it.
1966.
I mean,
I've
that's still
seen-
good too.
I've seen the real one where like when they climb up walls, it's just them laying on the ground.
That's
Nope.
I've
That's
seen
good.
that.
We're not
But-
talking about Adam
But
But
West.
you're
only person
missing
in
one of the
this room.
greatest
You're safe while William's
cartoons
here.
of all time.
The Batman
It's the
animated
Batman
series
animated
from the 90s is hands down the
It's like
best
it's like
Batman
top
iteration
3
ever made.
are Batman animated series, X-Men, the animated
seen it?
series,
X-Men was
and
great.
Pinky
You
the
have
Brain.
Disney Plus?
I do.
Get on your bike and pedal your ass home right now and go watch
Do they
X-Men.
own? Oh, I was gonna say they own Marvel.
Hold on, I got
They
it.
have X-Men and they have Spider-Man animated series.
I ringed it on the way in.
I know. Then
Just
I'm
so
bringing it
fear
now. I'm
my
bringing
enemy.
it now. To,
Yeah, Trent grabbed his
it
knife.
didn't work.
That's when I come back dead.
Yep.
Wait, have you guys been?
The
Have you guys seen
Spider-Man
Andor yet?
series is great.
So what?
I have
you guys
not
been
watched
watching
Andor
Andor?
yet.
I have not seen Andor.
Andor is so good, and it canonizes sex in Star Wars. Bah, 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 bah.
I don't
Wait,
want to watch
fucking
Andor
hate
because I
sex.
think out of all the characters from that movie,
of
Andor
the
is the
people who
dude
like
like,
Star Wars are
supposed to be
Andor
so
is
good.
so good.
It's
It is
supposed to be
grim,
re-
dark
it's getting
Star
like
Wars.
That's what I've
critically
heard. I heard it's
acclaimed.
really, really
Episode
good.
1, they
I've heard really
canonize
good
sex.
things.
There's prostitution
However,
and police brutality.
Nice.
What more can you
However,
ask?
I have heard
That's-
one
would be in
major
Star Wars.
criticism. The one major criticism I've heard is the show is really good,
Mhm.
but it would be better if it wasn't Andor.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
and I could
Why
agree.
do people not like Cassian?
Yeah,
Well, no,
because
It's not that
he's
they
literally-
dislike the character. It's their whole problem is when you have a character like that
We know he's gonna
survives
die.
to X point.
Oh, sure.
This is him. I hate
Well-
everything.
no,
I mean,
he's not.
that's
At
me
least
too.
no.
So it looks like he's you.
That's
my
literally
internal
the
perspective.
entire Rogue One movie.
No,
It's
he's
just
like
him,
wiping rain off his face and
I
being like,
hate everything.
"Should I kill like my new girlfriend's dad?" Like, "Oh, I don't know. No, I won't."
He
oh.
has no character in that movie.
Yeah, he does.
He's
It's-
just like, the whole fucking.
He's
time.
not great, but he's not. He is a person in that. And
What is
he's
it like in
funny.
Andor? Is it like I heard it's like not Star Wars but Star Wars?
So it's
Yeah, well, it's like
it's
gritty,
like a
yeah.
gritty, dark, like war movie, but in the Star Wars universe, which is why I liked Rogue One.
And it's
Yeah. Rogue
got-
One was so.
Rogue
got-
One was possibly the best Star Wars movie.
it's got Mr.
I will say that.
It's got Mr.
Were you not
Forrest
a fan
Whitaker
of Rogue One?
as
I will watch.
Who is he?
the black dude with like the weird eye. He plays what's his face?
Whitaker.
in
Forrest
Rogue One?
Whitaker.
But who is he playing?
Saw Gerrera.
Saul Guerrero.
Yeah,
good
see, boom. Sorry, you have to. Everything has to be done through Star Wars, so I can understand it.
So he's in that?
I mean, he's in the trailer, and they mention him.
I mean, he's probably gonna show up.
I heard he's in it.
Well, because
He's definitely gonna
part
be
of
in
the-
it. I mean,
he's
Mon
part of the
Mothma's in it.
They have young Mon Mothma, and she has like
Young Mothra?
Mon
Mon
Mothma,
Mothma.
and she has like wedding issues.
It's just like-
That's apparently going to be an arc.
Right, so
Minor
I'm
spoiler,
assuming-
Mon Mothma has a not happy marriage.
I'm assuming that you also watched Obi-Wan.
Yes, and I don't
yeah,
think
was
I
a little
liked it.
disappointed.
All right.
So I've been watching The House of the Dragon 2, and I don't.
Wait,
I've been on
liked
the
Obi-Wan.
fence. I think it's.
Why did you like Obi-Wan?
And
You
I-
did it right now. Why you didn't like Obi-Wan? I liked it.
No, so
I had problems.
Someone's in chat
Why?
right now
I
where
had
we're talking
problems.
about all this and they're like, no spoilers!
I didn't
Yeah,
dislike.
the two people fucking watching us.
There's four, and I'm one of them.
I had to turn it off. My phone battery is like
My
you have it.
phone almost
So-
my
died.
bone battery,
I
We're
didn't-
trying to get as many people watching our stream to get as many fucking views.
which is why
we
we're
should've
just
promoted it at
increasing
all.
people's nerd rate.
Did we say anywhere this is happening?
I did a couple people.
Well,
I
no,
told a
but that's
couple
also
people.
because we're just sitting around dilly-dallying like a bunch of.
I
I think
posted
as
about
long
it.
as-
My buddy subscribed. I'm good.
Oh,
Did
that
he
was your buddy?
subscribe or did he
Yeah,
follow
my buddy
him?
subscribed. Not Bill.
What about your
One
fiance?
of us. No, my other buddy.
What
No.
about your fiance? She didn't subscribe.
No, that's his
She
buddy.
did not. She
I'm gonna
created.
need
She
you to
created
go
an account
home.
and she commented, which is farther than I thought she would actually go.
That's
I want
awesome.
you to go home.
Take.
Is she still on?
She's asleep now. No.
Take
Well, then
one
she-
out
easy
of.
target.
Oh, so we had 4 watches, now we're down to 3. We started talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have grievances with Obi-Wan. I think.
There were parts of Obi-Wan that I really,
I
really
liked a lot of it. I just think there was, I don't know. I did not like Leia at all. Leia sucked.
She was.
Hey, man.
I didn't mind Leia. I thought it was too. I know why they did so much Leia.
Yep.
Because that's her storyline, and we know Luke's. Luke. We know Luke's storyline.
Gonna turn the power off.
I will say.
I'm on my way.
Her escaping her kidnappers was possibly the most painful thing I've had to watch in a long time.
That was
Yeah,
a
it
very
was bad.
strange.
They're like,
yeah.
oh, a bush got my way. I guess
Like,
they go that way.
what
Oh,
they
yeah.
live those Pokemon rules.
There's no
No,
cover.
what they should have done is it's a
Well, yeah.
Just shot her leg off.
like realistically, the way they should have approached it is they should have gone serial killer horror movie approach. Like have her fuck off, run around, and then just have them like pop up in front of her and grab her.
Pop her in the fucking face.
Because then it's a lot more believable than watching a 6'3" dude like get a tree to like shin height and be like,
Yeah, and he's
I
like,
can't
run
overcome
like
this.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, like N64 physics, like you don't have a jump button, dude.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah,
But that doesn't make it or break it for me there.
it did not help.
done.
I hated the
What?
lady in the
Playable.
prisoner
Not done.
surviving.
Playable.
Those are
the
not
wound.
done.
Playable.
I
You
hated
need to-
that
you
so
need
much.
to be
So, like when
ashamed
the
of
lady
yourself.
Inquisitor, so she gets stabbed by
What else am I
Vader.
supposed to
Goes,
do?
well,
Yeah,
that's good enough
actually-
for me.
Yeah.
Lady
And then
Inquisitor was a hard sell for me too.
So she then is stabbed, finds the comm, listens to it, or no, like the hologram.
yeah, the
Okay,
whole-
she stands up, sneaks out, finds a spaceship, flies to Tatooine, finds them, tracks down Luke, kidnaps him, fights them. Obi-Wan comes and goes, "No, don't kill him." And then she goes, "Okay."
Spoiler
But the
alert.
entire time, that was super spoilers. Yikes. There's only 3.
I think we've already
Someone
gone
on
so
chat's
far.
just like, God damn it!
but
just about to start it.
He just couldn't.
There was so much spoilers in
He
that,
just
dude.
couldn't
That was
turn
literally
it
the
off.
entire
Like the
ending.
3 minutes of him explaining the whole series,
He just-
and
they
the
just
guy's
sit-
watching, and he's like, no.
The guy just like sits down with his popcorn. He's like, "All right, where are the boys at?" And he's just like, "Ba ba 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 ba." And he's like, "What?"
Oh, not it was like that was just the entire ending too.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. I think it's like just
Ooh.
Andrew and me and Chad
Andrew
right now.
forced you to go to Directive Pikachu with him.
Detective Pikachu.
It's Directive.
Oh, it's because
apparently.
Andrew.
It's correct. And Detective Pikachu was a great film.
It was,
I haven't
as someone
seen
who
it.
doesn't care about Pokemon, it was okay. I didn't hate it.
Pokemon.
I mean,
It was.
it has Ryan Reynolds as a coffee like chugging Pikachu. Like,
Yeah.
What's not to love about that? Not to mention that what's her
Don't
face
like
has a Psyduck,
Why?
and he
That
just like
is
he's just
shit.
screaming his entire
This is
time because
shit
he,
work.
He
This
just
is
knows his
disgusting.
Psyduck could
Smash them
explode
all.
at
No,
any
no,
moment.
not everyone can
He's like,
paint.
Psyduck
You,
is
you
amazing.
strapped in a
No,
little
man.
bomb.
I'm just, I'm getting into
Destroy
a
it.
playable
Not to
level.
mention the Mr. Mime.
Not
I
everyone
love
can
the
paint.
Mr. Mime.
It's to a playable
Oh my
level.
God,
I
it's
am
so
not-
good.
They
playable.
I've
made it
always-
where
Playable to
Dittos
me.
can now pretend to be people, and that's creepy.
Black armor.
I believe that though.
I don't
Yeah,
like
that's great.
sense
You
to me.
guys have
That's
more detail.
horrifying.
It is
But it makes
horrifying.
You guys have
But
black
it's
armor.
terrifying.
But
Yeah,
it
but
does
it makes sense.
I don't want Pokemon to be scary. I want.
I don't want treasure chests to be mimics.
That's true.
Shit happens.
But that's
Deal
fun.
with it.
I don't want like
Get
my
fucked,
mom
idiot.
to get replaced by a Ditto.
Well, check
Thank
the
you,
eyes
Andrew.
first.
Like you
Thank
think it's
you.
so
He said it looks just fine.
like a Ditto picks you up from school and like, wait a second, you're not my mom. It's like,
Check the
"No."
eyes. Check
And
the
now-
eyes. Are her hands purple? These are giveaways.
Oh yeah,
her
Andrew
eyes
did.
look
It
funky
looks
to
just
turn
fine.
Fine.
I can see right through his
No.
teeth. Fine.
No.
Fine.
Bad trend. Bad trend.
That looks
happened?
great.
You wanted to have sex with a Ditto.
No, I said if the eyes look weird, you just turn.
No,
it.
dude, Mr. Mime all the way.
Oh my god.
Call me Ash's mom, because I'm absolutely smashing Mr. Mime. I'm just gonna put it out there.
You're gonna
Yes.
smash Mr. Mime?
Yes.
All the right curves in all the right places. It's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
That's true.
You mean
And
the
that-
dodgeball shoulders?
Oh, I can't do this until I lost my voice.
Mr. Mime and Ash totally do it.
No, it's
Anyway.
Ash's mom.
Anyway.
Well, apparently in Andrew's fanfic.
Andrew Ross is
Also-
2 years old.
looping all the way back to Rogue One.
Ash has to be at least like 30.
Rogue One should have been better than it actually was.
It was better than you think it is.
I disagree profusely.
Hold your tongue.
What'd you say?
I will,
Rogue One was
I
a
will,
perfect Star Wars.
I will
Rogue
say
One
this.
was
I will
maybe the
watch Rogue One purely for the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
Everything about
And
Rogue
Because
One
we,
else
we
died.
finally get Vader the way we've always perceived him.
You might have just triggered Trent here.
No,
He was
I
like,
He just jumps across the table.
Andrew's like,
No,
Ash is 10 and Trent's
that's
like,
that's
oh,
fine.
no.
I was gonna say with the this was gonna that
Got a lot of
back to
bad
Andor.
votes.
Yes.
They could have put any other of that team into a show and it would be better.
No.
Andor.
What do you have against Andor?
He is a shitty character.
You've seen it?
I think
has
you're a
no-
shitty
He has
character.
no
And I
character
still
in Rogue
come
One.
here.
All the other characters, even K2SO is a better character
Well, that's
than
Alan
Andor.
Tudyk. Come on.
But all the other
It's not a fair
characters would
fight
be a
against
much
anybody
better,
else.
much better.
Have you
I would-
Andor's a
seen
great
Andor?
character.
No.
Then
Have
how
you-
the
because
fuck do you know?
No,
Because
so
I
I
didn't
didn't
like
like
Andor in Rogue One. I'm saying if you did any of the other
Then
characters,
shut the fuck up.
then it's then
So
I'd
in-
watch that.
his character is he's kind of torn on whether or not he wants to be like a good boy or whether or not, oh, I'm so sad that I keep having to like kill all these people.
Which I mean,
Well,
to
guess
be,
what?
to
We
be
know
fair,
he gets over it.
PTSD's a real thing.
well,
to be fair, we also we already kind of have a spoiler on that too because we know that he did a bunch of crappy stuff for the rebellion.
Trent's too
Well,
tired to be talking truth. What?
True.
Oh.
and then monkey with hearts in its eyes. Emoji. I don't know what Andrew's talking about.
Andrew does not agree with you.
Andrew's trying to make up excuses for why Trent has bad opinions.
I think that's
True.
a great opinion. I think out of all the characters in Rogue
You know what?
One, they chose the worst one.
It's an opinion. We'll say
Everyone is allowed to have their own opinions,
Even if they
they're
suck.
bad, even if they're bad opinions.
Even if they suck dick.
This is America.
You know what? Let's
Yeah,
just ride the
people suck.
let's just ride the
People suck
controversial
dick all
train and
the
keep
time.
it going. Solo is one of the best Star Wars films.
It wasn't
that.
a
I had
bad.
a lot of fun with Soul.
So I was gonna say, yeah,
really
exactly.
did.
I'm
See,
way
that's-
too
that's what
behind to
Solo-
keep up with this.
Solo
I've been
captures
lost for 10 minutes.
Just genuinely
So-
having fun.
Somebody just wrote, they go, I'm way too high to keep up with this. I've been
Solo?
lost for 10 minutes.
Wait, what's the name on that?
Michael, oh, it's Michael Schroeder.
Hey, what
Okay.
the
I know
hell?
Michael. What's up, Michael?
What the hell?
There we go. We figured out who it is. But no, Solo is arguably one of the best Star Wars films.
It wasn't a good
don't agree with
Star
that.
Wars movie. It was a fun movie.
Which was a great Star Wars.
Exactly.
Because you have fun with Star Wars. That's the
I want to
point.
watch people fly
Not to
around.
mention
ships.
the actor.
You saw plenty of that in Solo.
Exactly.
The
That's
actor
great.
absolutely
Solo was
nailed Han Solo. Every mannerism,
Physically.
like
Bert's
exactly how I
imagined the younger Han Solo.
it was. Also, here's your payoff on a heist. It's an actual heist.
It was a real heist
Train
movie.
heist.
It was a
Yeah,
real heist.
It was a
movie.
real heist movie.
People died.
Donald Glover was a fantastic Lando. Young
Yeah.
Lando. There was and here's why it gets the win. Han shot first.
True.
Yes. It just reestablished that Han is not a hero.
Yeah,
he is a person who does the right thing, but he will absolutely pull the trigger first.
What?
10 out of 10.
Can I have Jared Goofball back, please? Fuck you, buddy. 34 points, I believe, today. And I have Hawkinson, so another 40
Sports
points
ball.
on top of that.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank
we're
you
in-
very much,
we are
sir.
in a nerd store, not at your local B-dubs.
I biked in here,
No, but for real.
dinged my little bell, and then just dropped
Donald
the
Glover-
Star
Donald
Wars
Glover. Yeah, Donald
nuclear
Glover.
bomb. And
No,
just,
Him as Lando.
You know what the
Perfect.
the best part about Solo was Darth Maul at the end. That was
No,
the best part.
Not even close.
That was the best part.
You know who I think
five
why
frames
don't
of
you
a
watch
time
that
mauler
movie?
that we
Woody
got to
Harrelson? You're telling me you didn't like Woody Harrelson?
Okay, look, I'm being a little facetious. The movie's not that bad. Best Star Wars movie?
One of the.
No.
I would agree.
It's a good Star Wars movie.
I would
enjoy it.
agree.
It's not.
And that I love Star Wars, but I loved the story for Solo. It was true to Solo's character.
True to Star Wars.
Yeah, true to Star Wars, and we got to see stuff that we've never seen before.
True.
That whole train
One
heist,
of the
like,
first
train heist
Star
was
Wars.
great.
the train heist was
Train heist
super
was so
cool.
much fun.
Actually,
Train scene was
instead of
phenomenal.
I was happy that I didn't see Jedi. I didn't want to see lightsabers.
The music was great.
I
The
wanted to-
cinematography was top notch.
Unfortunately,
It had the same gritty feel to Rogue One. It was
I
gritty.
thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved every second of that
Should
movie.
we go around the table
No.
and share our favorite Star Wars films?
Actually,
No.
no.
You know why he wants to do that? Because he can't overtalk everyone. So he's
No,
like,
that's
give me my
no,
movie.
this sweet.
No,
No, no. I think
Trent,
that's
your
fair.
favorite?
Trent, what's your favorite Star
What's your
Wars
fucking
film?
favorite?
Oh my god.
He's like Rogue One.
Where's the knife?
Where's the knife? He's got the knife.
Which one?
Episode 3.
Episode 3?
That's your
That's
favorite
your
Star
favorite
Wars?
Star.
Out of
You're
all
null
the
point.
Star Wars.
You're null point.
go on the table,
Out of
Fred.
this fucking group.
I hope that the actor that plays Cassian Andor haunts your dreams.
I can't believe you're saying number 3 is
Oh,
your
he's to be haunting
favorite Star Wars movie. Do I think it's the best of the prequels?
Oh, Diego.
Do I think it's the great Star Wars
Diego
movie?
Luna.
100%. But you're the best Star Wars movie?
That's my favorite
Oh no,
one.
it's.
Trent,
I think
give it up.
3 is one of
Is that
the.
yours too?
Number 3 is my favorite.
What?
Revenge of the Sith
Okay.
is very, very good.
It's
I love
really
Revenge
good.
of the Sith.
It is my personal favorite because it's it's the turn. It's when he becomes Vader. You get Order 66.
Yes.
You get like the actual
You also get-
emotional payoff of evil winning.
You also get Darth Vader? No! That is dumb. That's dumb. Liam called me.
Okay.
I did. So
So,
when I was at the door.
so ours is that one.
Episode 3.
Who's next?
I like
We'll go
one
around
for
the circle.
racism.
Yeah,
but-
mine is
Alright.
episode 3. Episode
Alright.
3 is my absolute favorite.
Tyler. I love them all so much.
Don't make me choose. Make him choose to
You know
get the
what?
knife.
I'm gonna be the odd man out. Fuck Solo.
Attaboy.
Jesus
Seriously.
Christ.
Seriously.
Pathetic.
Love it.
I
And
couldn't
now
do
the
that
guy
in
who's
5
never
minutes.
seen any fucking movie in your life.
I like one for the racism, but Rogue One's probably my favorite.
Okay.
It's a
Completely redeem yourself.
Wait, what?
It's like I thoroughly enjoy the one that was super prejudiced.
Like, yeah, the number one for all
Made
the
me feel right at
wrong
home.
reasons. Yeah.
So, mine would have to be. I don't know why no one said this. Empire Strikes Back.
Empire-
It's
Because
the
you're
best Star Wars movie.
You're a basic bitch at that point.
No, I'm not. What? So I have to go out of my way to not be
Yeah,
one?
fucking George
It's
Lucas.
the best
simp.
Star Wars movie. Empire Strikes Back is the
It's
best
a
Star
good
Wars
one.
movie.
It is.
the best
It's
one.
very, very good.
Does
Very
Darth Vader
That doesn't even
go
break my
down a hallway full of rebel troopers?
Okay, hold on a second.
No, but he doesn't
Everybody
the
here
first
has watched Mandalorian, correct?
Yes.
Mandalorian.
Anyone on chat have seen Mandalorian?
It's only us and it. Oh,
Did-
no, who Michael is.
Did anybody else have like tears in their eyes when Luke Skywalker got his hallway redemption scene?
That was.
Oh my
No,
fucking
was
god!
so
Yes.
good.
I
Everybody
would've
threw such a
preferred
fit
their
about the
living,
CGI. I thought it was
beings that
fine.
he was just
fine.
mercilessly cutting down, but
That was.
But did you not get the goosebumps?
Oh,
The
yeah,
chills?
oh,
it was super cool.
I 100% had tears in my eyes because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
everything I wanted to see
It was
Well,
for
so
Luke Skywalker.
Also
Yeah,
because
so cool.
you knew who it was.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're like, who? Oh, that's Luke, and he's just
You know, I didn't.
destroying.
I was like, who could it be? And I remember sitting
As
there
soon
just
as
being
that
like,
X-wing,
wait, it's
as
gotta
soon
be
as that
Luke.
X-wing flew in with R2 in there,
Kat
I was
and I are
like, dude.
Kat and I are like watching it, and I'm just like, that's gotta be Luke. It's gotta be Luke, right? It's gotta be Luke. And Kat's like, I don't fucking know. Why do you keep saying that? And I'm like, 'cause I hope it's Luke. You know,
The
so
whole
good.
the whole time when they were like, which Jedi is it gonna be? My brain thought either Luke, Mace Windu,
Qui-Gon Jinn.
no, or
I love
Dude, if
Qui-Gon.
Maul could
Qui-Gon
live-
is such an awesome
if Maul
character.
could
Qui-Gon
get cut in
is
half,
highly
Trent
underrated
Ewan
as a
could
Jedi.
talk.
Trent,
apparently
you just
not.
gotta push forward, bro. You gotta
So
push.
It was either Luke, or no, fuck you with your Qui-Gon bullshit. Luke, Mace Windu, or Cal.
You know who I honestly don't like as a Jedi? I think he's super overrated. It's Mace Windu.
Cal is.
I
Cal
don't
is.
give a shit.
I'm excited for his show though. He's coming up there.
They are not coming out with a show.
They are. They greenlit it.
No, it's they're doing like.
Yeah, when you
Tales
read
of the
that, the
Jedi.
Babylon
Yeah.
Bee.
He's gonna be in that.
He gets like
Well-
an episode.
Well, I'll say this.
But it's just a CG episode, isn't it?
It's like
Because they're doing like a
Clone
young
Wars
Qui-Gon
style.
episode.
Oh, so it's gonna be like an animated
No,
thing.
yeah, they're gonna get
Oh,
like
yeah.
an episode. for
Fucking
each-
garbage.
Well, I mean,
Dude, the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars is amazing.
The Clone
people do
Wars,
tend to
Bad
forget
Batch was
though
fun.
that Mace Windu is on equal mastery with Yoda.
Would've
Then how
been
did he
cool if I got
fucking
to
die
Like,
so
see
those,
that,
like
though.
those two are like
Yeah.
the top pins. Yoda is the master of the Force, and Mace is the master of the lightsaber. Like they both are equal.
Well,
on their
I never
ranking.
once saw
I'm-
Mace use his lightsaber, so.
I'm
Oh, he
all
plays-
He
Count
uses.
the
He can
one
use
time.
Darth. He can like
He
Mace
does
Windu's
fight
thing is he
Palpatine.
can use dark side techniques without falling to the dark side,
I'm all
really?
for
which is what
He's like
makes
a
him so
great Jedi?
powerful.
like Jedi being
No,
strong as shit.
that's just it. Is he can use those techniques without falling to any sort of corruption.
You know what was really?
told you this?
Technically, that's how he fucks up Django. Django is he uses a dark side lightsaber.
By Quentin Tarantino?
By just cutting his head off.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah. So
I
anyway,
didn't like
what's your
Django.
favorite character?
I always thought Boba Fett sucked. Hated him.
I agree.
I would agree with that.
He looks
Hated him.
cool.
There was
Exactly.
nothing. There was
Boba,
nothing about him.
Boba
yeah.
Fett's armor looks really awesome, and if there's one thing that Book of Boba Fett taught me, it's that he's a piece of shit and worthless without his armor on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Black Chrysanthemum shows up and just rips him to shreds in a heartbeat, and then he takes out
I mean,
that,
he's
like,
a Wookiee.
that weird...
Well, I was going to say we
but
can't
still.
take
Dude,
anything
then, like, Power
away
Rangers
from
show
Black
up,
Chrysanthemum,
dead
'cause-
No, but I'm saying, like, every time that, every single time that you saw Boba Fett without his armor on that, he was just getting his shit rocked.
By the way, I gotta tell you guys.
Immediately.
I mean, hot take here. Book of Boba fucking sucked.
I-
It was
that's-
only
yeah.
good
Yep.
until it turned into the new Mando.
I agree.
That was it. Once it turned into
Also, yeah,
Mando,
I
it was
hate that.
fucking awesome.
Because now anyone who has to, well, I don't like that. Because now anyone who's watching The Mandalorian has to go watch the last like 3 or 4 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett to understand what's happening in the beginning.
They
of
probably did that on
Mandalorian.
purpose, because they were like, we don't have enough cool stories to keep going with
No,
this
but
guy.
Why?
Boba Fett-
Okay, so
It's
you know,
so
what,
dumb.
you know what really fucking sucked about that show was when he quickly, 100% just believes the whole mafia. They're like, he's like, all right, guys, you can't screw me over now. Okay, we're gonna work together as a team. And they're all like, sure, yeah, Boba. And then he's like, and then I figured
He's a clone. He's a big dumb
I
idiot,
figured
all
they
right?
were gonna walk to the balcony and they were gonna be like, I think it was gonna be like, they were gonna betray me. I expect it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take them all down.
and
And he goes, he's like, I trust him, you know,
Yeah.
because we got him. They're like, what?
Look at him.
I love Michael
So
Sekro and
stupid.
Chessman new drinking game. Every time the subject of the conversation changes, randomly you take a shot. For like 3 minutes.
All this talk
Speaking
is
of
reminding
Perrier
me.
fruit water.
Oh, no.
All this
I got it,
talk
got it. Yeah, I
is
got
reminding me of. Have any of you guys ever watched? It's on YouTube. His name is Mr. Plinkett.
No.
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 Heard the name sounds familiar.
Mr. Plinkett, he's also one of the guys from Red Letter Media. They just review like they find like these crazy old VHS tapes where it's like, hey, this is police training from 1987. We're gonna sit down and watch it, and then we're gonna like go over how over the top it all is.
Okay, yeah.
And-
okay, I've heard of this, but yeah, continue.
Mr. Plinkett does deep dive reviews into all these movies, and his deep dives for the prequels is like the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life because he rips every scene apart, every character apart, and the best part is he's reviewing Revenge of the Sith, and he always talks super monotone, like that's his character. You never see Mr. Plinkett, but he's always making like references and jokes that there's like women chained up in his basement and stuff. But he's
Jokes. Funny.
But he'll be like, it's like, Jesus Christ, I was watching Revenge of the Sith and I realized something. And all of a sudden it's like Revenge of the, and like the SHIT starts like maneuvering around again. And then he's like, all of a sudden the T like goes from the end and it's like goes to the front and then it's like, Tashi, which is a Japanese way to like cook a duck. And it's like, and that's what this movie is, because it sucks dick. It's so funny. But all of his hot takes on the prequels are really awesome. And then he goes into why they shouldn't have killed Qui-Gon as early as they did, because they would have been way more impactful to actually have him training Anakin, actually having the Attack of the Clones lead into the actual war and not just be like a pointless filler story.
I mean, if we're talking just the films, agreed. But if we're talking,
Clone Wars.
Yeah, if we're talking,
Clone Wars
if we're talking the
is
greater
single
canon.
piece best like part in Star Wars everything is the Clone Wars animated series. That is the best Star Wars content out there.
Well, that's how we feel about Batman animated series, and you little tushy hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen a lot of things.
We gathered that.
These eyes.
Haven't seen.
They haven't seen nothing.
There's a lot my eyes ain't seen yet.
I mean, Qui-Gon ended up being the bigger picture of all of it, purely because of the fact too that he's the reason why Yoda assimilates into the Force. He's the reason everybody assimilates into the Force. He's the one who figured it out. That's his whole shtick. And it ends up working
don't
which is fantastic.
Yeah.
We do see that. He's the one who leads Yoda in the Clone Wars to the planet with what are the three faces?
Oh yeah, with like little Force ghost.
Yeah, he leads them there because that's the same stuff he did to completely immortalize himself into the Force.
Yeah.
And he teaches, Yoda learns from them, and then Yoda gives the training to Obi-Wan, which I'm still upset that we didn't see any of that from Obi-Wan. One of my complaints.
We see Force Ghost though.
We see the Force Ghost finally at the end, but the whole time we don't see like the training. Like the whole point is Yoda's like, I have training for you while you're down there, and he's like, oh, okay.
Well, now we can do Obi-Wan Season 2.
The search for meditation.
Can we just at least appreciate
that it exists?
Hayden Christensen and fucking Ian McGregor
agreed.
came together, and that battle was so sick.
They didn't kiss.
The Force battle and shit, where they were like brutalizing each other.
No kiss.
My fan
Very
fiction
cool.
has been
They
completely
did
ruined now.
some
I
things
will-
well, but they should have absolutely got a different stunt coordinator for some of it because it got really choppy. It got like Bourne Identity choppy in a few spots. Like it became
thought it
unclear
was-
what was
You're
happening.
not a fan of the Born
Fine when I
Identities?
was watching.
I'm a fan of the Bourne Identities, but
I
the
never
moment
saw
they
Bourne
start
Identity.
fighting, I'm like, what the flip is happening?
I will
here?
say, so
Jesus Christ,
Why
it's
do we get
Jason Bourne.
so
I
fucking
thought-
lost in here?
I thought that
I walked in.
I
We're talking about
I asked if you had a problem with the Jason Bourne identities, you know?
Hey, it doesn't like Jason Bourne Identity.
What about these apples? What about these bananas?
I'm imagining just like one person clicks into the stream and be like, what are these guys doing? And then it's like,
Hey,
I thought I was tuning into the Forge
Banana.
and I found a stream.
It's gonna be the
This is
time
called
when
the-
Mr. Beast hops on to like donate $1,000 and
One
he's
more
like,
billion.
oh, these guys are
dollars.
fucking weird.
Does Mr. Beast ever just donate $1,000?
Probably. He's like richest
He's like-
boy on.
No, I know. I'm saying normally when you watch those, he's like donates 10 grand, donates 20 grand. I've never seen him just do like $1,000.
Just drop
The
in like,
first
oh,
time
here's
he's like getting
$1,000.
ready with the guys like, all right, we're gonna donate $1 million in stream today.
We're gonna change some.
Let's go to this first one, the Forge. They
The
sound
Forge
cool.
and-
I love how
Wow.
I love how Trent is pacing back and forth in the stream.
We're
It's just like,
stressing him out.
if it was like silent, it's just him going.
What's the penalty?
Yeah, someone's like, this guy got his knife taken. Somebody took that guy's knife.
He took my knife.
Listen, man, I gotta stand up and walk.
Why, are you gonna poop?
No.
I gotta stand up for my cock.
I'm just gonna stand here
Hey,
like
I'm
this.
cocking here.
Thanks for the compliment.
Alright, this I'm gonna be in chat there, so that.
Oh my god, here it comes.
Comes what?
So remember, it's already on there, so you can stop if you want.
What's coming?
The cease and desist.
What?
What?
I'm so confused. Oh, okay. Okay, now we're just watching you both on stream. For everyone who can't see, Rob went off camera to scratch his back.
With a pasta.
With a pasta. You gotta show him.
With a pasta scuba. It's
Is
like
that
a
like Heidi's
pasta
or-
scuba. Yeah, it's Heidi's pasta.
It's a good-looking pasta scoop.
Hey, so there I was pasta scooping my back. And what else? What did that in Boston?
The line, if this has been Star Wars Born Identity, Bad Italian Accents, Mr. Beast, all the way to Cox, 5 shots.
Hey!
Well, I guess that's also if you're not including the 50 different tiers of Star Wars.
That's still Star Wars.
It is, in the wider scheme of things, it is.
Oh, you're aggressive. That's still fucking Star Wars,
Hey,
Hey,
listen up.
I'm
It
trying to
still
say-
fucking sucks.
I'm Star
Let me
Wars
show you how to
here.
make a really good risotto.
You know we love Star Wars because we just sat here for 30 minutes bashing Star Wars.
Yeah, it's true.
So I
Only
hate
Star
this,
Wars
and I
fans.
hate this,
Yeah.
and I hate this.
No, I love Star Wars.
I
will.
love so much about it.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's
Have you
just that-
been? Everybody in this room, if you've never been to Star Wars down in Universal
I
or
went.
Orlando,
Yeah.
go and do it.
I went.
I don't
I
care
would
how
love
much
to.
money it is.
I've never.
Just
Why
do
not?
it.
I did it.
No, I'm going to eventually.
I
It'll
Save up
literally
some money and take a
blow your
week
pants off.
vacation or
No,
whatever.
you got your one
And that's
vacation.
why you
What?
want to go.
I've never been.
It'll blow your pants off.
It is
It
like
does.
literally walking into Star Wars.
I've
Uh-oh.
seen. Yeah, I've seen lots of cool stuff in there. I got a bingo.
What is that noise?
That's my phone going off.
What the fuck is going on?
Getting some dick pics sent in.
Nice.
Oh,
Cassian.
my dad's texting
Whoa,
me again.
Cassie and Andor. Oh, you really got a blaster on you.
You got yourself
I'm
a blast.
Yeah, put away your iron.
Whoa.
All right, I gotta head to bed. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, love you,
Go
buddy.
ahead, Andrew. Go to sleep. Coward.
Bye.
I love you, Andrew.
Oh, I can't do that. It tickles my.
Oh my god.
What?
I
know.
What are you eating?
And my fat ass just looked like it was like.
You are a troglodyte, my friend.
A troglodyte. You are a big dumb idiot.
Smooth brain. So
Speaking
literate.
of troglodytes,
Yes.
has anybody here seen Bone Tomahawk?
No.
Yes.
Holy shit!
So good.
Not
Let me
too
guess,
many-
Liam.
It'll literally. You want to talk about a movie that'll blow your pants off? Bone
Okay.
Tomahawk.
It made me so fucking hard.
I didn't say that. Yeah, I didn't say hard.
Oh no.
Why?
Yeah, dude.
It's
What was
all
it?
about like
It's the one.
cannibalism.
It's the
Western.
World War II war movie. It was a shaving Ryan's privates or something. People thought it was really like action packed. But
Really blew my pants.
I
off.
meant I had downloaded the wrong one. Shaving Ryan's privates. It was fine, I guess, but
Pretty
I
good.
just kept getting distracted.
Do you like horror films at all?
No, I don't like spooky.
That's not a horror film.
You don't like spooky. You don't like fun.
I like my Star Wars and I like
What
my
the hell
Disney
was that
princess
for?
films. That's about it.
He's like, look, I'm a whiz at Pocahontas Trivia.
Pocahontas, my beautiful queen.
Everyone forgets Christian Bale started in that movie too.
What?
He's
You-
Thomas.
What you
He
said?
plays.
Thomas.
That's his name. The character Thomas.
I don't remember which one that is. It's not
That's-
John. That's not John Smith.
No, John Smith is Mel Gibson.
Savages, barely even.
No, he's singing the song.
That's
He's
the-
Thomas, and he's like, he's not John Smith. No, he's.
I stopped Pocahontas.
I was trying to think if they changed names for the movie.
I
Mel
know, it's just
Gibson.
funny.
Mel
Who are they
Gibson
gonna
voices
offend? The
John
guy who
Smith.
like kidnapped the
And
13-year-old
then
native to go
Thomas
bring
is
her home?
Thomas is their Mohawk. The guy who can't shoot.
It was a
nothing,
different
kill
time,
anything.
Liam.
Change their names so we don't hurt the
Yeah.
feelings of any of the people who were alive in the 15th century when this was like what? Whose names are they gonna change?
Thomas, John Smith, the Thomas.
Oh, they're gonna change Thomas to like what? Steve,
Yeah, those are the two big
Greg,
ones.
Mark. Like just
Steve Stevenson.
replace one white guy name with another. Instead of John Smith, we're gonna go for
Gary.
Bobby Trent.
I was explaining to someone a couple days ago how I don't like the Avatar film,
I
Never seen
fucking
it.
hate that film.
and they were like,
With the
well,
fiery
I'm not
passion.
surprised there.
Wait, which Avatar film?
The
Avatar.
Avatar film.
Blue?
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
someone
I've
was like,
seen
what?
the
the
live
other
action Avatar?
M. Night Shyamalan. Avatar: Last Airbender.
Not that.
What's the color? Hold it.
What does that
Think
have to do
about
with
what you're
anything,
gonna say.
Trent?
White
Regular
Asian
people?
kid.
Oh.
What do you mean regular people?
Not
Yeah.
a blue person.
Trent,
So
What do you
if
mean
he was like,
regular?
which Avatar? And you were like, blue. So what if he was like
Blue.
There's
regular?
two Avatar
I mean-
movies. Blue And Last Airbender.
So wait. There is not 2 Avatar movies then. There's Avatar and Avatar Last Airbender. Because you just said that without a doubt. You said there's Avatar and then there's Last Airbender.
I get where he's coming from, but I feel like he should know, movie person, he would include The Last Airbender if he was talking about it.
True.
Get fucked,
Am I
idiot.
wrong?
Stupid
No.
whore.
You stupid.
No, I absolutely loathe. I absolutely loathe the Avatar movie
Me too.
because it is
The Airbender or Blue?
both of them, but I really hate Blue because
He's like, I haven't seen any of them.
Oh no, I've seen Avatar.
I haven't seen a
Airbender,
single
the
one.
movie. I haven't seen the animated show though.
keep it.
Oh my god.
He's a madman.
Like,
Who is this?
blissful
Could you put your
ignorance.
fingers on your laptop and then you just slam his screen as hard as you can?
Oh my god.
Because, what are they trying to obtain again? Unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
Nice.
You spent however many millions of dollars filming this, doing this film for what? Was it 6, 7 years?
Something stupid.
Some stupid amount of time, and you wrote in unobtainium. I don't care if you did
You know
the
why?
Titanic. You deserve nothing.
Do you know why they did that?
Because they never obtained unobtainium.
Yeah, exactly.
Lol.
It's unobtainable obtainium.
LMAO.
Who would have thunk? And then you bought out Sigourney Weaver to just cash in your like prime like sci-fi person. Yeah. I rooted for the Marines when they burned the tree down. I was like, good.
But
Now get the rest of
realistically,
them.
Casinos.
think about Avatar, and then
Ferngully
think about Fern
Dances
Gully,
with Wolves.
and then take Pocahontas.
and Dances with Wolves.
It's literally the exact same story.
Literally. It's so lazy.
Well, I've seen
It's-
Pocahontas.
but-
Take your word for it.
But
You've never seen Dances with Wolves.
No.
You've
But-
never seen Fern Gully.
No, if
But-
there's one thing we should know by now is that if you ask have you seen, I
Avatar
probably
is the
have.
highest grossing film of all time.
No,
Which
it's
it
not.
doesn't deserve.
No, it's not.
Is it
Not
still?
anymore.
What the fuck ever. It was for what, 10 years?
Yeah,
It
well,
was
you
the
want to
highest
know what
grossing
beat
film
it?
of all time.
Solo.
You know what didn't? No, it did. Definitely did not beat it.
It did.
You know what? You know what didn't beat it?
Who's your
Fern Gully,
people?
Dancing with
I don't
Wolves,
have
any of that
any.
shit.
Solo.
Yeah. That was dumb. I will say that's a
So
dumb. That was a dumb.
what I
one.
did
we
like
got?
about Solo is them.
He
It's
says,
like a little dice
Avatar
cube, just
outranks
having a
every
little
movie but
thing for
Endgame, and
every
never
little
take his own.
explanation
Yep.
I could have lived
True.
without. I don't
He's
hate his
talking about
name
grossing.
being Solo.
Oh,
by
I
many
hope he
people,
is.
but-
I hope you're just talking financials, because if you're talking like in terms of film quality, like I don't know what to do with
Now,
it.
I did enjoy that movie though.
I mean,
The last Airbender.
I don't
I
hate
think M. Night
people.
Shyamalan Ding Dong should have probably just killed himself.
It's no good.
Jesus.
No, I'm
You
fine.
should die for
made a
it.
good
By your
movie
own
since.
You can
I'm
go. You
fine-
can go a system, Trent. He's got my knife.
I'm fine with people enjoying them purely on the basis because technically people will also enjoy the Fast and Furious movies.
Avatar is still the #1 highest grossing film
Oh
of all
yeah,
time.
because they re-released it in theaters after 20 years because the new one's coming out.
Yep.
Wait, I thought
Still is the
Morbius.
highest.
Rob, I thought Morbius made one
More
more
billion.
$1 billion on the first time. It can't fail
And
again.
that's great.
You know what?
That's great for 'em.
Re-release Endgame. Re-release Endgame. It'll outrank it right now.
Yeah,
And
that
also-
seems like a cheating way for them to still count it as like box office sales.
Oh,
Be like,
remember,
hey,
remember,
let's re-release the Lord of the Rings again 30 years later and see what
yeah,
happens.
This rank
So would I.
means nothing.
Absolutely
That
nothing.
doesn't mean anything. It means everything. You guys are like, they're cheating. God damn it, they cheated.
I'm just saying.
we
I don't-
are the
I
fourth
don't
planning
agree.
committee, and they are cheating.
I don't
It's 1
agree.
o'clock in the morning. None of this matters.
Also, I thought technically Gone with the Wind is still like the highest grossing because you adjust for inflation.
If you adjust for inflation, it is.
Yeah, which made sense because it's Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Inflation's for pussies.
Base.
We're all screwed.
Based.
Okay, favorite horror movies.
Of all
what counts
time?
as a
Of all
horror
time.
movie?
Well, you probably haven't seen any, so you're out.
Ooh, Willow.
Oh, Willow's sick.
That
though.
movie is scary for like 6-year-old little Mr. Liam.
What, the little troll guys? The little furry trolls?
Oh no, I'm thinking
No.
Dark Crystal. That's the one where they
No.
suck the juices of like the
the
nuns.
never-ending
Oh my
story.
god, that sounds so perverted.
Yeah,
Holy
the
shit.
Skeksis suck the juice out of the
What's that movie
nuns.
called again? I just want to know.
Oh yeah,
Just wanna hear it.
wow, it sounds so scary. You should send me so I can look at it.
I'd probably have to give it to the. I'd probably have to give it to The Shining.
Really?
Shining messes with you.
Here's Johnny.
Like I'll say this: I'm not like a huge horror movie fan,
Anxiety when watching.
but like if I'm going to watch something that's
Is there,
scary,
like, a
it's got to
ghost
have the
giving,
content
like, a
to it.
blowy
I'm
to
more
the
of a
ghost
thriller. I'll say
in
this.
that?
I watch more
In The
thrillers,
Shining?
like The Zodiac. I love The
There's
Zodiac.
two people
They're
wearing animal
phenomenal
masks
films.
from like a masquerade.
My
Silence of the
Nice.
Lambs
I'll
is
check it
phenomenal,
out.
but I wouldn't necessarily consider it a
Hey,
horror
maybe
film.
I will
It's
watch it.
scary.
Oh, maybe I
It's
will
messed
check that
up.
out.
I mean,
my favorite horror movie would probably be Evil Dead.
Very good.
one or two.
Very good.
Wait. Oh, I didn't know there was a multiple. So.
Evil Dead 2 to me was more comedy than
That's
horror.
true.
Evil Dead 2's dark
Evil,
comedy,
Evil
yeah.
Dead 2 became like the parody of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
Yeah,
haven't
I have to give it to The Shining. The Shining
I agree.
will still mess with you to this day.
That's
Doesn't
my
matter how
favorite
old it is.
movie of all time.
I
I
thought
haven't
one
seen
of
The Shining.
Yeah, we know.
I'm a huge horror fan.
Maybe
I love
Sick Joy.
I love shitty horror movies just for the fact that they're shitty horror movies.
Yeah.
Recently, I would honestly say Hereditary. I thought Hereditary was
That's
fantastic.
I thought
terrifying.
Heredity was really good up
I watched
until
the
a certain point. Then I kind of just fell off.
Conjuring is fantastic.
For
Conjuring was really good.
Conjuring was really good.
The Conjuring is really good.
Because it had a really good story
But
too.
I also look at horror films like when you're looking at psychological horror.
Like porno.
Yeah, I like
shaving
seeing
Ryan's
penetration
privates.
and production value.
That's not something I needed at 1 in the morning. But okay,
Well,
keep going.
You're gonna get it.
Keep going. Keep going. I just, I don't want to hear it.
No, but I
Oh yeah, give me any Friday the 13th
when you're looking at
when
like
it's,
psychological
penetrating while
thrillers
penetrating.
compared to something
Deals.
like The Conjuring, which is a fantastic horror film, but it's on a different level because you're talking about
Yeah.
supernatural horror at that point.
That's a very fair point.
Well, if we're gonna start, pulling hairs over supernatural.
I'll pull some of your hairs.
Ooh.
If we're gonna start. What are you doing farting out here? I was trying to do it solo.
Can you say it louder? Trent, what are you doing? I'm farting!
I'm fucking farting. Are you happy?
You guys keep yelling at that bird. Well, I didn't tell you to stop. I didn't say stop.
Yeah, nobody told you to stop.
But I mean, if
have
we're gonna
seen a
start
horror
going
movie.
like, well, you can't count that as a favorite horror movie because it's a different genre of horror. Well, then it's like, what?
Gatekeeping
No,
horror.
But like Evil Dead is still considered supernatural horror.
Shit. So is Conjuring.
That's I know.
Wait,
What are you disagreeing about here?
That's true.
Well, no, I mean-
I'm getting lost.
I don't know. I probably missed half of it because I got people yelling in my ear the whole time.
He's like,
And you-
sorry,
and you were leaking gases.
He's like, I had to fart and I walked away mid conversation.
It just sounded like you were arguing about something with it being supernatural.
You're
and
like, so I
not
wanted to join
supernatural.
in.
No, I wasn't arguing about anything. Now, what I was saying was, when you're talking about a psychological horror film comparing to a supernatural horror film, it's two totally different things.
Like Zodiac or something.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're
yeah,
gonna
I
go
would-
psychological, I think 7 would be.
Well, just what's your
Seven's
favorite
pretty good.
Seven's
up
Seven.
there.
Wait,
That's
wait,
the one that
wait.
fucks
I
me
haven't
up.
seen. Oh, I was saying just what's your favorite horror?
I
Well,
might
I
have
just
to
said Evil
disagree
Dead.
with you.
Okay, well
I
then.
think horror
so 7 is
genre, you can't really break it down in that sense, right? Because it's just the
It's same as
ultimate.
like fantasy. It's like, well, are we actually going
Exactly,
high or low
yeah.
fantasy? Where
Because then it's like,
sci-fi.
it kind of breaks
Like,
down
you
to
just-
No,
just fear.
I
right?
get what you're talking about for the fantasy stuff, but there are so many different realms of like because what's scary for certain people isn't scary for other people.
Right.
Fantasy is fantasy is fantasy is fantasy, but I can sit there and watch it, and I don't think Pennywise is scary.
Yeah,
it
it-
doesn't fucking affect me.
I love
So
it.
remember,
I think
it
it's
wasn't
hilarious.
the scariest movie. What's your favorite horror movie?
That's very.
So
That's a very
to
fair
say
point.
what the scariest movie of all time is, nobody can say that because, like you said, fear is relative.
Yeah.
So it's like who thinks
That's
things
why.
are fearful?
That's why the It book was more scary because
there's
it's
kids
feeding.
having sex.
Well,
Yeah.
it was.
Wait, what movie? What movie? It sounds scary. I want to watch it. Oh, horror. What was it again?
Yeah, man, I had to keep rewinding that part.
Wow.
That was,
oh, I
that was
keep missing the
definitely
spooky.
some prime cocaine times of his.
Yeah, that's a.
Which doesn't make any sense. Like, why have that in there?
I
Right? You
feel
have
so-
to be like, okay, this that might gain traction, might be a very popular book.
In
Is
the
this
Let's
book,
put children's sex in there.
in the book, the way that it's used is essentially they need to.
No, I
Run
know.
train on another child.
But
Well,
that's
yeah,
ultimately that is.
I'm
what's
not
happening.
defending it. It's gross. I'm not
I mean, you
defending
gotta
it.
ask
It's
Alan Moore
gross.
why the hell he paralyzed Barbara Gordon, like, because that was a picture book included. It's a graphic novel,
Yeah.
and it's really twisted. But again, following it's one of the most iconic graphic novels of all time. Anyone who doesn't even know comics still has heard
Knows what the killing joke is.
Guilty. Oh wait, no, I do know the killing joke. Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, see, exactly. So like,
Oh, and I.
the only problem I really have is at least Stephen King still like puts his name on it, still defends it. Alan Moore doesn't defend anything that he's ever done, and I hate him for it. It's like you wrote it, dude. Why would you not take? Like, I get what he means from it, because obviously different time. Like even Neil Gaiman has admitted the changes that he made to Sandman and Netflix is made difference because of certain things. But why would you still not own the graphic novel you wrote? That's
especially one of the most iconic Batman stories ever told.
Yeah, like it's at some point it's got to give, and you've got to like take credit for what you wrote. Number one, and number two, just why would you not give Frank Miller as much crap as you want to? But at least Frank Miller still owns all of his work that he does. He still has The Dark Knight Returns. He still has 300. He still has one of the greatest runs of Daredevil that has ever been written.
His Daredevil run was amazing.
Absolutely incredible. And look at how much of it influenced the Netflix show. And the Netflix show was top tier, and it's because it was influenced by Frank Miller's run on Daredevil.
I agree. Blair Witch Project, when it came out, was amazing.
Never seen it. Fair one.
Yeah, the first Blair Witch, even the first Paranormal Activity, when the first Paranormal Activity, when the first one was coming out, and they didn't market it at all, where it was literally just like the audience reaction to stuff, and it was just like, here you go.
Yeah,
walk into it blind, and
that did all their marketing for them.
They did such a good job with it. Like, I mean, everything about that movie was great.
You know, another good movie that I it's an obvious choice. Exorcist. That's another one that like.
Exorcist is really good.
I can always go back to and have fun with it.
Ironically,
there's still a part in Exorcist that I never could figure out, like understand why they even put it in there.
Projectile
Once you
vomit.
pees her pants?
No.
When they put the fucking thing down her neck and they pull it out, her blood squirts like fucking 10 feet down the hallway. Yeah.
There's that
No,
too.
I was talking about when like the priest was in that other country, and then, I don't even remember what the fuck was going on. All of a sudden, I remember it like zoomed over at a statue, and he's all like,
That's the demon.
What?
That was the demon. That was the demon that inhabited the girl.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's why it's in there. Thank you for clarifying.
All right, never mind.
He's like, I've never understood this for 25 years of my life.
Okay, thank you. I understand now.
Thanks.
Michael
now I get
is
it.
asking if there's any takes on the new Dahmer series.
Rob
It
loves
is
it.
fantastic.
It was
Rob
good.
likes it, but for all the wrong reasons.
I will say, please don't go into like a bunch of it because
I haven't watched it yet.
I'm on episode halfway through number 2.
So at the
Spoiler alert, he
right in
kills
the
people
middle
and he gets
of
arrested.
episode 2.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, he doesn't make it out of this.
I saw this news article that spoiled the ending, saying that Dahmer arrested. Like, what? Come on, guys.
You know what the weirdest thing is? The scariest scene to me that like still bothers me to this day is not in a horror movie. It's in a Coen Brothers film.
Wait, let me guess. Fargo? When he
No
executes
Country for Old Men?
No. Think goofier.
I would honestly put No Country
The
for Old Men
Goofy
under
movie.
like kind of like horror.
It's pretty messy.
It's a brutal movie.
It's read the
Best
book.
movie.
It's so
It's the
good.
best movie I've ever seen.
It's
The same guy that wrote The Road wrote No Country for Old Men.
No shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah, it's the KKK scene in Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen
Still
that movie.
scared? Are you serious? You haven't? I would make a strong argument that Oh Brother Where Art Thou is the best Coen Brothers film. Hands down.
It's a tough take.
Considering that it's a like modern interpretation of the Odyssey
Mm-hmm.
with three
It's so
characters,
good.
and it's so funny. Oh my god, is it so good?
See, I
You know,
like
John
funny
Turturro
movies.
like playing like this dumb, dopey like hick dude, and you have like dapper George Clooney who like always has to do shit with his hair, like always has to have like hair product. It's ridiculous.
I
It's
like
amazing.
funny, but I like tense, uncomfortable situations.
Oh, there's plenty of there's plenty of that. They have a scene in there that like has the KKK in there, and they're like chanting. It's like in the middle of like one of their ceremonies. Haunts me.
Oh, Rob.
Bothers me.
Rob
Damn
knows.
you, Michael.
What?
Oh yeah, Rob. You don't gotta
Absolutely
explain.
bothers me.
You don't gotta explain that to Rob. He
Oh,
well, where
Michael
would they get down?
Michael goes, not to spoil Dahmer, but Lightning McQueen kills Luke Skywalker. Buzz Lightyear takes him to
Oh,
Shawshank
now I guess.
Prison.
Now I guess I just can't watch
So-
it anymore.
Now here's another. You guys said No Country for Old Men. You consider that one of the best movies?
No Country for Old Men? Yes.
thought
But
that
is it
movie
one of the best in the
was
Star
one
Wars
of the
canon
biggest
universe?
pieces of garbage. I
Wait.
hated it.
How many times have you seen it?
I just saw it once because it was the most boring movie I've ever watched.
Go
in my
back
life.
and watch again. It's one of those films.
Is it the best movie if I have to watch it
I will
twice
say
to
this.
understand?
I will say this. I
It's
also
not-
did
it's-
not care for it the first time I watched it.
You
Go
have
back
to
and
pay
rewatch
attention
it
to it
comes
when
back
you're
a lot
watching.
better.
See, I fell in love with it the first time I saw it.
Me too.
Like, it was fantastic.
It was so boring to me.
when,
And
when
then you guys
when Anton's like choking that fucking guard on the ground.
Yeah, that cop.
And it's like blood is squirting out of his neck because he's cutting his jugular.
Yep.
And he's just like so deadpan, just like there. There's no music in that whole movie.
Javier Bardem.
There's no music in that entire movie.
Yeah,
Same budget on
for
the
me,
score.
that's what it is. I just thought it was just super boring. And you guys mentioned the same guy who wrote The Road. What's your guys' take on that movie?
Cormac
love
McCarthy wrote the book.
I read the book and I watched the movie and I loved.
I thought that movie was super boring too.
Well,
Well,
you can't fix stupid.
Well, what do you like? What kind of movies do you like? Maybe we can break this down.
It's like Disney princess.
Actually, I don't know. It was just way too. Everything was way too slow for me.
What kind of movies do you watch?
Well, let's throw
Are
this
you
in
a
there.
Frozen 1 or 2 kind of guy?
You can do. You can do a new roundtable. Favorite movie,
Oh, it's.
or at least a favorite movie.
His Gran
A
Torino.
favorite movie.
He's complaining about slow movies.
said
and
that
he's
was
like,
a great movie.
I know, that's
Gran
why.
Torino is a
But
phenomenon.
that actually had.
yeah, it's very good.
That actually.
But it's
had-
like super.
You've never seen
crazy.
Gran Torino, have you?
No.
It had a plot I could get into.
Never
The
heard.
Departed. The Departed.
The Departed.
Fantastic.
Departed.
movie.
Best part of that movie is when Mark Wahlberg farts on the desk and says, "He's some Shakespeare." Best part.
What's one of your favorite movies?
Braveheart. Braveheart's in my
Oh
top.
my god, so
top
boring,
5.
dude. It's so boring. 90% of that movie is them talking. No, it's one of my favorite movies.
Braveheart's good. It's super good. It's not accurate at all.
Well, wait.
Yeah,
Well, no,
are we,
no,
are we
Gibson.
watching? I'm not watching it for
Are
accuracy.
we? I was saying. Are we saying favorite movie, or are we saying like favorite movie that has some sort of critical merit? Because I have two.
Oh,
I have two
they're not
vastly
on there.
different answers based on that.
They're on there, but they're
One, like,
underneath.
One of like a movie that I'd go back
I'm like
and watch.
humping this
Oh, you
shit.
can see them like flying.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That's fair. Because I mean, for me, it's the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I can go back and rewatch that as many times, and
That's your favorite movie of all time?
I can watch it every single
My
day.
two favorite movies that I can watch anytime is The Shining and The Thing. I watch those every single year.
That's
Michael says Goodwill Hunting.
The
fair.
Thing.
Hunting, great
Kurt
answer.
Russell, The Thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell's
Yes.
thing.
So
Amazing.
Liam, for you,
Amazing.
this is
Not the
kind of
new one. I
weird
don't even
because
consider
you've
the
only
new one
seen one
a
movie.
No.
Any of the Lord of the Rings.
This guy.
But that's all he's seen. That's it. That's the
And
three movies
Star
he's only
Wars.
seen.
I mean,
I
Disney
will
princesses.
die on that hill.
Any of the 3
Oh,
Lord of the
Star
Rings.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is amazing.
I will die on
Never
that
any
hill.
doubt
The
on
extended
But
edition.
the best
Yes.
movies of all time.
I will.
I can't go through and watch them all.
I'll
the time.
throw.
If-
I'll throw this one.
No,
out there.
how- asleep.
How many Oscars did the entire trilogy take home? It's like
13?
37 or
No,
something.
no, no,
like
no,
that.
no,
That was
no,
Return of
no, no,
the
no, no.
We're talking.
I'm talking like
the movie
No,
you
I
watch
know.
over and
I'm
over
just saying,
again, no matter how many times.
That's why, like,
That's. I mean, yeah.
the first time I ever read it,
Oh God!
I read The
Michael,
Hobbit in
that's a
4th
bad
grade.
What do you put?
I read The Hobbit in
Step
4th
Brothers
grade.
is the most rewatchable
After
movie
that, I
ever.
watched the old cartoon Hobbit. Have you ever
twice,
seen that
and
from
I-
the 70s?
I just showed it to my
Not
daughter
the
the other day.
Hobbit.
It's
I've
fantastic.
seen the
I've
Return
seen
of the
multiple
King
times.
one, and that's because it has
That one's bad.
Brothers away.
Yeah,
so
the
bad.
song.
Away. I love that
The
song.
first one's really way better.
Watch the old cartoon of The Hobbit from the 70s. It's amazing.
So good.
I know we talked about that one.
But the first time, yeah, the greatest
Wait,
adventure.
let him sing it though. Do it.
Sing it.
Come on, you do the voice so well.
Greatest
Why? I don't know why they do the whole like. But it's so good.
It was a
This
thing.
was on our road trip down to Iowa, and I was just like, the greatest adventure is lies ahead. And it's just like, what the
It's
fuck?
on.
It's true.
It's on. I mean, I gotta. For me, if I'm gonna give it to somebody else, it's gonna be Gangs of New York.
Oh, it's so good too.
Super good.
Oh, don't get him started.
Because
that movie's boring.
Because
I haven't
Daniel
seen
Day
that one.
Lewis.
Don't
Daniel
watch it,
Day
you'll
Lewis
think
is
it's
one of the greatest actors that will ever exist, and Bill the Butcher was a phenomenal character.
I've seen clips of that.
This is good. But have you seen
And it
the
looks
his like what is it called?
Lincoln was also phenomenal.
There Will Be Blood?
There Will
is
Be Blood
One of my favorite movies.
is
I feel like
also
every
up
movie
there.
I say is like my favorite movie.
Well, I mean, to be,
Tonight.
to be fair, anytime that Daniel Day Lewis, I think the only one he didn't win for was Phantom Thread.
I
think
didn't
that's
like
the-
that one that much.
And I also didn't particularly care for it.
I didn't like it.
I thought There Will Be Blood was amazing. I thought Lincoln, as far as I'm concerned, that is Abraham Lincoln.
I knew what was gonna happen before I saw that movie, so I didn't see it.
Well, wait, Lincoln? Well,
Spoiler alert, you got shot.
here's
Like, you didn't even finish the play!
here's the little tidbit on it. The reason it's such a good movie is because Lincoln does some underhanded shit
Oh, 100%.
to make a good thing happen, and it's so well done.
Hey, that's
So
Steven
well done.
Spielberg.
And it's Spielberg.
Okay.
Man, what did
That's
I?
so
Let's get into the next
Great.
one. I just want Abraham Lincoln-based film.
Have you
What?
seen
You're
a
going with
single-
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunt?
Hell yeah.
I knew it! I was just like, there's only two!
Michael said your voice is like a mix of Fergie and Jesus.
It's a quote from Step Brothers.
Yeah,
Thanks, bud.
Okay.
Guess the fuck what?
I need
A butterfly kiss from my ass.
See, I didn't. He's got. He has a knife.
Take it from him.
He took my knife.
My knife's gone.
Trent, I didn't know it's from Step Brothers. 'Cause I've never seen Step Brothers 1.
You
or
outta
2,
here?
So.
I mean, yeah,
Don't leave me.
It's too late. It's so far gone.
Dude, I have to be back here at 9 tomorrow.
Me too. Yeah,
I thought you were off on Monday.
I am. I still come in every day.
We have to do what's new at the Forge this
Yeah,
month.
we got a new. What's new?
We
What's
have
new
to.
at the Forge? I was trying to sing "What's New, Pussycat," but I
You
sang
could
"What's
have
New."
done. You could have just done that to the bad film liker.
No.
Yes, Anakin.
I mean, I got the blue down. I got some leather bits.
It's not that good.
Some decent progress.
When you do the good, do it again.
It's really good. It sounds really good. What, is everybody just packing up? Everybody's out of here?
All right, let's go, boys.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Packing up the shit that's been sitting here doing nothing
All
the whole
right, I
time.
guess I'll
So look,
pack up too.
I finished a mini and I resined him.
Amen.
There you go.
He got resined.
Oh, he's resin.
Well, there's a little
Very
condescending
nice.
there.
I saw you taping. I wasn't sure.
I
if you were
have
resonating.
no idea why. It was Saturday.
Good.
Just out of nowhere, I took that picture of your stuff, and I'm like, "Hey, so does this go in the trash
Why
or
would you do that to me?
I have no idea. I was just feeling
So
mean.
hurtful.
Out of the blue, I'm like, "Oh, look at Rob's stuff." I'm like, boom, picture, staff, general chat.
Cat
So
goes-
should I put this in the trash?
Cat goes, "Is that your miniatures?" And I was like, "Yes." I'm like,
It
what
came out of nowhere. There was no reason. I just felt
Brush soap.
Wanted to watch the world burn.
Oh, yeah.
Monument number 4 is going the way of Old Yeller.
Oh, monument.
I got all the washes coming, baby. Monument Hobbies got their washes, and
Yeah,
I ordered
that's
a
right, they
bunch.
did.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with everybody?
How
in this
many
goddamn room?
did you order?
8 each.
It was finally you doing that.
There was your fart right there. You even lifted your fucking
It's
leg.
about to happen.
No, you already did it, didn't you?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because you just pointed.
Yeah, now Trent's
The greatest adventure.
I don't remember what the fuck I was gonna say.
Does anybody do any of us? Two or something.
Go home and watch like every single movie ever made.
You have to watch all of the movies.
Give me book reports tomorrow.
I remember
Just
so
watch a movie tonight.
we
double
just
the amount
watched
of films
Whiplash
you've
the other
watched.
day, and Whiplash was really good. I liked that.
Whiplash is very
Whiplash
good.
is phenomenal.
I loved Whiplash, and I think one of my favorite parts is that, like, at the end, the evil, mean teacher, he
J.K.
won.
Simmons.
He got what he wanted. He won.
Well, that's the whole crux of the
Yeah.
film is you're supposed to ask yourself, did he do this on purpose?
Yep.
Because of his whole
Absolutely.
story about what's
He's a
the player.
manipulative.
The,
Miles
was it
bad
the trombone player?
Miles
The
Davis.
drum guy.
Yeah. Was it Miles Davis?
Oh, the guy who
No,
killed
it's
himself.
Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker was like played off sound, and someone threw something at him, and he threw a chair at him. But like the whole thing is he's like,
Yeah.
this person
No, it's
absolutely put
absolutely-
him through hell, but then he became the best player.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So
And
pushed him.
So the crux of the film is, did J.K. Simmons do this all on purpose to make
Yeah.
Miles Teller's character a better player, or
Yes.
was he actually just being a dick to him, and then he rose
No.
up and became better?
He did it on purpose.
Didn't
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons lose his job and shit?
Yes.
He did.
And then
So did he do that on purpose too?
That's part of the crux of it. Is did he actually do that?
I
Pretty much
love
the way
the
I
scene.
looked at it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so I'd spoiled like half the movie for myself, but I didn't see the scene where he's like, okay, guys, like for this final performance, like this is make or break. If you mess up here, like you'll never get a job doing music anywhere. He's like, okay, so
we're doing a new piece. He walks up, he's like, I knew it was you.
Yeah, I knew you
That
were
was
the one who ratted me
amazing.
out. Yeah, he flips the, because like he
But
tells
then
them
right
that they're
there
doing.
shows you that it
He
wasn't.
tells them that they're doing Caravan or something, and he like preps for that.
He's like a
and then he does a
preps.
completely different piece, and he's like, I know you're the one who like reported
I
me
knew
and the
you
reason I
snitched.
lost my job. He's like, fuck you, and then just started doing a different song.
But so then he knows.
But then he plays something else completely.
Yeah,
he
he just
improvs it, and it
completely
like,
steals the entire show from everyone else in the entire band for
Yep.
no reason.
and then the guy's like, good, play.
Good, kid.
good.
He literally.
Yeah, no, he's like good. Like he's like because he starts doing the drum solo and he just stares him down and he's like, all right, and then he starts giving him direction like, all right, bring the tempo down. Like starts going back into it and then like you just see a big smile on his face right before the final note.
Yeah, so he absolutely did
like
it on purpose.
he
It's just a
sees-
statement on.
He sees Miles Teller's potential, and he's willing to give everything up because he can be one of the best.
It's like I think it's like a statement
was
on
he a
like
dick and he
do
just
the
flipped the
ends
lid on it?
justify
I
the
think he was
so.
just a dick, and then at the end he's like, "Oh shit, he's actually really good."
Well, that's
he's a Palpatine. He played good.
he's a sheev.
He's a sheev.
He's a sheev.
I think it's a good statement on like do the ends justify the means, because he is just
Do the
like,
roar.
a terrible. Do the roar. Where did that come from?
Shrek.
Oh no, I know that. I get that right. I've seen Shrek.
No, I bet you have.
He's like, oh, I've seen Shrek. I've seen Shrek a million times.
Dude, do you think I am a noob? Like, of course I've seen Shrek. Yeah, watch. We went to some Disney princesses, Star Wars, and Shrek.
Oh God.
I gotta turn the stream off. Everybody say goodbye.
Have fun storming the castle.